Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ade, the veteran arcade soldier, and we're back, and you may see a little bit of difference in the background. So yeah, here we are. What's happening? Loads of people in the chat already, which is lovely to see. But let me just get the intros out of the way. It's Ade, the veteran arcade soldier, back for another live chat show, which is titled Live Football Chat with Vaz. So, welcome one and all. And as we can see, I've just read a few of the comments in the chat. The chat is undefeated as usual. We've got Arthur in the building. Cameron was in as well with some messages. AB Games from Brazil was there. Arthur was there with a whoop whoop. Jay's in the building. Aiden is there with the hello Ade. Gary's in the building. That's what we like to see. Aiden, I just mentioned, yes. FCB. Stoke Hero is there. Arthur the main man. And Thomas Sanders. Where are you, says Thomas. I've thrown him off. I'm in the same room, Thomas. I've just moved my setup around to face the wall so I can have the best clubs jerseys in the world on the screen. Let's go. LFC till I die. So all good. All good. How is everyone in the chat? Arthur cracks me up. He says, add a new seed. Go back to the satanic photo. Never. What's all this Mickey Mouse? Yip. We didn't get the Carabao Cup. Arsenal's not even in the draw. Yeah, they come in the third round, don't they? They don't come in the second round. Well, they do. Prem teams do come in the second round, Louis. But Arsenal don't come into the third round because teams in Europe don't get Carabao Cup into the third round. Sorry, Louis, I didn't mention Louis there as well. How are you doing, sir? And right, I will read some of these messages in a second. Let me just sort out the chat filter, and I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Please let me know how you're all doing. Arthur cracking me up as usual. And of course, people, you know what I'm going to say. Smash that like button for your boy. Let's go. Right, let's get that up on there. Let's get the chat window up there. Right. Oh, for that one, crap me up, bro. You got me already. Right. FCB wants the first topic to be the cup draw. Fair enough. Arthur says like and subscribe. Hello, Thomas. I've covered that one. The top teams in Europe in the Premier League don't come in until the third round. I'm still in the same room, Thomas. Just moved around a little bit. Jay says, can we do a topic about... Jay, don't try it. Don't try it, Jay. What is that, FCB? Is it about the 30% takeover? Or the near 1/3 takeover by Bezos? That could be coming up as one of the options. Aiden says, João Palhinha went to Aston Villa. Congratulations, sir. Got the midfielder you wanted. And Aiden says, Aston Villa is going for Endrick on loan. Wow, that will be an amazing deal. The rumours were coming out, but yeah, it looks like Aston Villa, Endrick to Aston Villa might be really on. What a signing that will be for your team. Thomas says, make sure you do my topic. I got you, Thomas, no problem. Lewis says, Arsenal might be signing Pedro Neto. Jesus, surely not. Need to do a better player than Pedro Neto, Louis. Jay says, Ade, did you take in what I said about the rankings? What about the top five best teams of all time, was it? Or the top 5 best players, I think you said, Jay. Either way, I wrote them both down, and we're going to do one of them today. Arthur says he's good. That's what we like to see. This guy. Absolute clown. Right. All good. So first of all, what does everyone think of the background? Please let me know, please. FCB. Oh, you're talking about the fantasy football? Well, maybe get your parent to enter it for you. Then you just take over the account. They can register it for you. FCB, no problem. Thomas says, yeah, just get one of your parents to do it, mate. And, they can let you log in and do the game. And of course, we're going to do the draw later today as well. So yeah, make sure if you want to be in the draw for the free prize of a free entry to the fantasy football, let me know. Let me know now, actually, and then I'll put your name on the list and we'll add more people as we go along. And we're going to get that done during the live show. Thomas says, I'm just on the phone to Jessica. No worries, Thomas. Also, Thomas, ask her, does she want to do the fantasy football? Does she want to have a chance of winning it? Even if she doesn't want to do it, Thomas, herself, she might win it and give it to you. Whoever wins it can give it to whoever they want. I think Michelle was saying she doesn't want to do fantasy football, but if she wins it, she'll give it to someone in the chat. So remember, there's free prizes on offer. We're going to do one per show. So there's going to be one today, one on another show, and then the third one on a different show. But there's free entries for 3 different people, and they're worth £30 each. Jaden, how are you? Are you good, sir? Let me know. Jaden, I don't know if you saw my fantasy football video, but you know, there's a free prize later on. Jaden, if you want to enter fantasy football, let me know. When are you doing the will? At some point during the show. Jay, not sure yet. At some point during the show. Liverpool are going for Hendrick. That's it, Aiden, we are. But let's see what happens, Aiden. I'm not sure we'll go for... I don't think we'll be 100% in for Hendrick, in my opinion. I'm in the draw, ain't I? Yes, Thomas, you are. And don't worry, you'll see your name. When we do the draw live, you'll see your name in there, Thomas. Don't worry. Saka's new haircut. It looks like I did it in prison for him. He's got that prison trim. I'll make sure not to win, says Arthur. Hello, Jessica. How are you? Hope you're well. Let me know how you're doing, Jessica. All good? I changed one my player. You change one of my players for Fantasy Premier League. Jaden says yes. I'm so glad that Bezos is a red. That's it. Liverpool on that takeover, getting that cash into the club. It's going to be a long day for everyone once Amazon Prime becomes Liverpool Prime. Liverpool taking over the Prem. What are you saying about that? Can you add me in the draw? Of course I can, Jay. I think I've got your name down already, Jay, but let me double check. If anybody wants to be in the draw, please let me know. I think I've got you in there already, Jay, but let's have a look. Oh, no, I've got you in there now, Jay, for the fantasy football, mate. So you are in, don't worry. And when we do the draw later, we'll let you know. Ask everybody else when they come in if they want to be in the draw. Like I said, even if they, I don't know, let's say Natasha comes in, for example, and she doesn't want to do fantasy football, she can enter the draw. And if she wins, she can give it to someone of her choice, which probably won't be Arthur. Right, can you talk about Crystal Palace transfer topic? I will write that down, Jessica. We'll see about today. We've got a lot on the agenda today. But we shall see, Jessica. Maybe. I'll write it down. Maybe if we don't do that today, Jessica, if we don't do it today, we can do it on the next show. So we shall see. Are those real Liverpool shirts in about? Of course they are. Can you put me in a draw? I certainly can, Jessica. I'll put you in a draw. Do you do fantasy football, Jessica, or you just want to give it to Thomas? But it's okay. Whatever you want to do is fine. Right. I changed Garnacho for Yao Gomez. We're going to win the league. I hear that, Jaden, the Aston Villa fan. But Sky will lose the television rights to the game. That's bad for England. Well, maybe, to be honest with you, FCB, maybe that was going to happen anyway. But let's not talk about it for now, because that is going to be one of the topics. Right. Has everybody smashed the like button? Please confirm or deny. Don't let me get Arnold Schwarzenegger on you. What's that, Arnie? Get to the chopper. And by the chopper, I mean the like button. And smash it. Do it. Do it now. You people in the chat, do it. Smash the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much. Arnold in the building. Trying to represent for your boy. And let's have a look here. Right, let's not let the chat get too crazy yet. Jay says, Bayern Munich are trying to bring in Nico Schlotterbeck for 70 mil, Jay. Damn. And I'm hoping that Liverpool sneak in for Nico Schlotterbeck next season to replace Virgil. And Jessica says she does fantasy football. Louis says, how do you join fantasy football or the draw? Well, I'll put your name in the draw. And if you win, then you've got to go to the Fantasy Premier League website and sign up. Louis, I dropped a video on my channel today. There's a video on my channel, Louis, there's a video on my channel. It's about 15 minutes long and it tells you everything about the competition. I'll pin it in the chat for everybody that wants to see it. But honestly, I would recommend, I think Arthur watched it earlier, he was telling me. So, you know, if you're interested in fantasy football, my video tells you all about it. But let's not dwell on that too much because we've got to get the show underway. So let me just pin that in the chat, the fantasy football video. And, right. Louis, there it is in the chat. I'll pin it to the chat, Louis, so it's at the top. There it is. It's in the chat, Louis. So check out that video when you have time. Maybe not now because you're in the chat. But, and then we will go from there. Right, we're going to start... Oh, wrong screen. We're going to start the chat show today. Right. Remember, I'm the quiz master. I'm the organizer. And we will do my topic. And then we will go to one in the chat as well. Right. Right, let's have a look at the... let's see what we've got in the chat. I'm a big fan of Liverpool, Jaden. Sorry, I thought you was a Villa fan, Jaden. My bad. I meet so many people, it's hard to remember. Nice one, Thomas. Lovely to see. Jay says the video was really helpful. Thank you, Jay. Topic 1, I'll let you know in a sec. JDM, Bob sent me in. He said you're a good channel. Thank you, JDM. Are you a Liverpool fan yourself? Let me know, JDM. That's really good. FCB says thanks for the link. Yep, check out the links for the fantasy football video I put out. It is it's very informative and it will let you know, obviously, about my competition where there are free entry for 3 people. Yeah, JDM, welcome to the chat, my bro. Please like and subscribe and confirm whether you are, you're a Brentford fan. No worries. Why do I see a football shirt in the background? Because that's how I roll. Aiden, what is the message I made? Repost it, mate. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, mate. I'm scared for the Wednesday's PSG versus Aston Villa Super Cup final. I hear you, mate. And versus PSG, you probably should be, mate. JDM says, nah, Brentford. Now, JDM, welcome to the channel, my bro. And please like and subscribe. JDM, just so you're obviously new to the channel, I don't know if you do play fantasy football, but I'm doing a fantasy football competition on my channel based on the official Barclays Premier League game. There's a video on my channel in the pinned comments where I just describe everything. I'm sure you know what fantasy football is, mate. But if you do fantasy football, there's a big prize on offer. £1,000 could be won if you win my mini league. So if you're interested, let me know. Oh, you're not interested? Don't worry. If you're not interested, no problem. If you want to enter the draw and maybe give it on to Bob or somebody else, please let me know and I'll put your name down in the draw. We're doing a draw shortly during this stream. And yeah, there you go. Right. Thank you, Jessica. Love you too, my dear. Right. I'm not going to be able to read out everything. You're not a Villa fan, so I'll be watching that game. I hear that, Jaden. And I hear you, JDM. Ade is the coolest guy I've ever seen in my life. Brett, yeah, well, that's going to be another topic, Jay. So yeah, we're not gonna blast you up. Right. Let me get things going, people, so that we don't run out of time. So the first topic of today. So just for anyone new in the chat, so JDM, the first topic of the day is this one. So all right, let me just type it in there, introduce it, and then I will describe what is happening. So give me a moment. Right, everyone, hit that like button, please. Right, I'm going to start the countdown. Right, so for anyone new in the chat, that is new. So the idea is this. We do 9 topics today, as well as the fantasy football prize draw. The first topic, we're going to talk about it. There's a 15-minute countdown. We shoot the breeze over it. We talk about it. I introduce it. I'll do the first topic. I throw it open to the chat for the second topic. And then we rotate and we get through 9 topics. At the end, then we say might do a poll on this topic and go for a yes/no answer out of 100% of everyone that is in the building. Right, so the first topic is, topic 1, swap is agreed for Everton's Dwight McNeil and Crystal Palace's Brennan Johnson. Is it a good or a strange deal? Right, so let me introduce that. Now, at the end of the day, Jessica, this is one of your players, Brennan Johnson now. That's gone. And now you're getting Dwight McNeil from Everton. So you'll have a big say on this, Jessica. Now, is this a good deal? Let me break it down for you. Brennan Johnson cost Tottenham Hotspur £50 million. They then sold him to Crystal Palace for £35 million. Dwight McNeil cost Everton £20 million from Burnley. So there's already a disparity in regards to how much these players are worth. Brennan Johnson would have been on a lot more wages, so maybe that's the reason why Crystal Palace wanted to get him off the bill. But is this a good deal? Surely, what is everyone's opinions on these two players? Are they really at the same level? And this has gone down as a straight swap, by the way, a straight swap. So basically, Crystal Palace and Everton have valued these two players at the same to enable the deal. Does this seem strange to you? Does this seem a bit off? Is one player not a bit better than the other? Does one player not have a higher value than the other? What is everyone's thoughts on this deal, please? Let me know, and I will put some of these messages up on the screen, but I'm not going to read out every single one. I will let them just be on the screen. No, it's not a scam, Louis. It's a real game. Watch the video. I've run the competition for 8 years, my friend, through my old workplaces, etc. It's a real competition. If you watch the video, you'll see it's a real competition. New signing for Liverpool. Jaden says, big deal, God, you're Tata fan. I see, yeah, exactly on the back of the shirt. Thank you, Jaden. Vaz adds a sub, choose the game, watch along monthly. What's that, my man? Not sure what that means. Right, can we stick to the topic? Yes, Thomas, we'll get round to it, my friend. Don't worry. Arthur, who are you saying about? Brennan Johnson. Is that what you're saying? Brennan Johnson and Dwight McNeil. What do you mean you don't understand, my bro? Jessica says, I'm glad that we're getting Dwight McNeil, Ade, says Jessica. Right, but do you think that Brennan Johnson is not a better player than Dwight McNeil, Jessica? Let me know. Or are you happy to get rid of Brennan Johnson? Jaden says, Crystal Palace are not going to win the league. We know that. Aiden says, it's a strange deal because Johnson should stay at Palace. JDM says, who are these guys? Who are you talking about, JDM? Let me know, mate. Let me know. Are you talking about some of the people in the chat? Let me know. Are you talking about the players? Let me know. And JDM, think of your own topic as well. As you're new to the channel, you can have a chance of putting a topic in the chat. Arthur says, who are they? Who are you talking about? You know, Everton's Dwight McNeil is a winger, midfielder. And Palace's Brennan Johnson, the winger they got from Spurs. So when you're saying who are they, surely you should know. It's a good signing for the Toffee, says Jay. I think so. I think Brennan Johnson's a better player than Dwight McNeil, in my opinion. Louis, I'll put the video in the link in my chat, Louis. After the stream, watch the video, yeah? And then that's how you can find out the information, Louis. JDM says older players. So, as I've just explained, Dwight McNeil was a winger. That was at Everton. He's been there for 2 seasons. He was bought from Burnley for $2 million. But he hasn't really progressed there and kind of fell out of favour. And obviously, Brennan Johnson scored the winning goal in the Europa League, JDM. He scored the winning goal for Tottenham in the Europa League final 1.5 seasons ago. So that's the players we're talking about. Surely you all know Brennan Johnson and Dwight McNeil. Jay says, Brennan Johnson is way better than McNeil. I've seen him play for Wales and I've even met him before. Good info, that, Jay. These players are random unknowns. I wouldn't go that far. Jaden says, now I'm going to leave and watch on cricket. No problem, bro. Come back anytime, mate. We can talk about your Brentford team. But please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel, my friend. Brennan Johnson is not really a good player. Fair enough, Jessica. Jaden says, injury results out early in the year, but we're going to see, oh, and when, what's that? I hear that. FCB says, I don't understand. What don't you understand, mate? Can we do a topic about Matteo Ruggieri? Good signing or bad signing for Aston Villa? We may cover that one. We shall see. Dwight McNeil is a great player, better than Brennan Johnson. That is good for Palace. They're getting rid of Johnson because he's a rubbish player. Right. Was it a free transfer? No, it was a straight swap between these two. A straight swap. And yes, exactly like Jay says, guys, stay on topic, please. Exactly. So FCB, the topic is, right, I don't really see why it's so difficult to understand. Everton had a player, Dwight McNeil, a winger. Brennan Johnson, who you surely know, who played for Tottenham, went sold to Crystal Palace. So you've got Dwight McNeil at Everton and Brennan Johnson at Crystal Palace. And they're just swapping the players. No fees involved, a straight swap. But one player, Johnson, is worth more than McNeil by about 15 to 20 million. Why is it a straight swap? That is why it's a topic. Michelle says, swap agreed for Evans, McNeil and Palace's Johnson. I'm happy about this. Right. So, Michelle, I don't quite understand why everyone in the chat doesn't get it. But you clearly do. So, you're happy with the deal. See, I see what you're saying, Michelle, because ultimately, I think Dwight McNeil, let me know, Natasha, let me know, Michelle. I think Dwight McNeil had a lot of technique. He's a very technically good footballer. But, Michelle, you would have watched him play for 2 seasons now. He is slow as anything. He has no pace and struggles in the top flight. So he wasn't cutting it at Everton. So for them to get rid of him, who is not worth as much as Brennan Johnson, who is rapid and actually gets quite a lot of goals, Brennan Johnson. He was Spurs' top scorer one season, by the way. So yeah, I don't quite understand the deal. I understand why Everton are doing it, is my point. But I don't understand why Palace are doing it. I mean, I'm glad that you're happy, Jessica, that you got rid of Brennan Johnson. But I thought Brennan Johnson was okay. He's not the greatest player in the world, obviously. But he's very pacey. And he does get a lot of goals. So, which is kind of better than Dwight McNeil in my opinion. But that's my point. Arthur says, who are these people? You're trolling. Aiden says, how are you, Michelle? Michelle says, Crystal Palace got robbed. I think you meant rodded. Keep it PG, Michelle. Jesus. I think you meant robbed. But yeah, I agree, to be honest. Thomas says, because Crystal Palace need lots of money. But that's the thing, Thomas. If they need the money, why didn't they sell Brennan Johnson? Is it because they can't, players can't do business with each other in a short space of time, the 45-day rule? But I would have thought if Everton wanted Johnson, they could have sold him for 35 million. And then Palace could have bought Dwight McNeil for 20 million. It just seems like a strange deal to me. It really does. Natasha says, welcome to the channel. Back to the channel, Natasha. Hiya. Well, with the signings and the new investment, Veteran, are you happy? Well, we're going to stay on topic, but yes, I'm very happy with that, Natasha. We're going to talk about the Bezos link. It's one of the topics coming up, Natasha. So stick around and we're going to talk about it. And I'll let you know my full thoughts, Natasha. But how are you? Let me know how you're doing today. Michelle says, yes, he's been good for Everton, but yes, the past season's not been that good. He is too slow. I hear that. Jay says, really, I think Johnson shouldn't go to Everton. He should go to a better club like Leeds, because if Johnson signs for Leeds, Wilson and him can link up because they're both Welsh. It'd be a good connection. Jessica says, he only got 2 assists and no goals for his first season at Crystal Palace. That is true, Jessica. He was very poor. But did he even get used that much? Michelle with the love in the chat. Has everyone hit the like button, please? Please confirm that you have. I'm sorry, I think McNeil needs to go. Last year he was nowhere near, but I still don't understand the Johnson aspect. Oh, I see. You don't understand why. All right, I see what you mean, FCB. Yeah, because they can't sell him. Fair enough. Right, Louis. I'm not going to say it again, mate. Louis, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it again. You keep asking me the questions. Louis, it's on my video. Or it's on. If you click on the video, go into the details, it has all of the links to the app, to the fantasy football website. My video explains what fantasy football is. Click on the video. Watch it in your own time. Engage with the video. And let's stay on topic. My video isn't going anywhere. The draw isn't going anywhere. We're going to do it soon. Jay says, the thing is, Crystal Palace have a better right winger, but Everton needs some right wing talent. Fair enough. Crystal Palace needs better players like McNeil. I hear that. So that is this. Right. So Natasha, do you want to do the Liverpool topic today about the Bezos takeover? Let me know, please. And let me know how your day has been down there in Newquay. Right, so, I mean, just on this deal myself, I think I've covered it more or less myself. I think it's a bit of a strange one personally. I think that Everton are definitely getting a better part of the deal here. I just think that they should have... I just think Crystal Palace should have tried to sell Brennan Johnson and somebody would have taken him. Probably Everton for 35 million. And then maybe taken Dwight McNeil on loan, Crystal Palace, and then that would have saved some money. But yeah, a bit of a strange deal, but I guess it suits both parties. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Jay says, I'll have to go soon, so can you try to reach out to me if my name get picked on the will? Jay, no problem, mate. If you are the winner, Jay, I will timestamp it in the video so that, you know, people can watch it back later, the prize draw, which will probably be in about an hour's time, probably. But I'll timestamp it so you can watch it, Jay, at your own leisure and see if you win. And of course, if you did win, I'd let you know. Bob is back in the building. Yo, I just clocked that you were on. How has the day been? Good, Bob. Not bad, mate. All good. Thank you for sending your friend over, the Brentford fan. He didn't stick around. I don't think he liked the format, but it is what it is. Thank you for trying. All good. How's your day been, sir? Please let me know. And also, everyone in the chat that's in there so far, if you want to be part of the fantasy football prize draw, let me know. Even if you don't want to do the fantasy football competition, you might win and you can give it to somebody that you know that does like fantasy football, or you can give it to someone in the chat or something like that. So please do let me know if you want to be in the fantasy football draw, which is going to be taking place in about an hour's time. Thomas says, Crystal Palace fans hate Brennan Johnson because he's not a fantastic player. I remember, mate. I can't quite clear that from my memory, but fair enough. This guy. I see you, Jay. I see you. Johnson moved to Palace in a 35 million deal. McNeil joined Everton from Burnley for 20 mil. Exactly, Michelle. And that's the thing, Michelle. As you'll know, Dwight McNeil's value's gone down massively. Probably a 10 million player these days. Whereas Brennan Johnson, okay, he might have gone down a little bit, but maybe 30 million. So I think you're getting a player that's worth 3 times as much, potentially. Do you know what I mean? We've got to remember as well, people, that Brennan Johnson, Tottenham bought him for 50 million just 3 seasons ago. And I think Everton's getting a real deal here, a real bargain. Right, let's do a poll in the chat. Right, so there is the question. I'm going to slot it this way, so feel free to vote. My question is, did Palace get a good deal here? Let me know. Everyone vote, please. Everyone vote. Let me know your thoughts. All right, we've got 30 seconds to go before we move on to the next topic. Right, that topic is done. Right, let's close the poll and see what the answers are. Did Palace get a good deal here? No, 57%. Yes, 43%. Fair enough. Right, so the next topic we're going to do, and we'll do one from the chat. Right. Bob said he had a decent day, sparring in the gym, and that's about it. I think your pal said you slapped him up, Bob, so good going. But veteran, will McNeil go back on a price, say 30 million? I don't know, it's a strange one, really. My friend has a bad ball knowledge. He's a casual Brentford fan. That's all right, my bro. All good. Johnson is a really good player. I think he's all right. I think it's a good deal. Cameron in the building. Welcome back, my bro. Cameron says, hello, man. Listening and voting. Lovely to hear. Right. The M23 Derby, says Arthur. I put yes. They got a great deal here. Fair enough. Peter. Welcome back, Pete. Big Pete in the building. Pete says, sounds dodgy to me unless it's a wages issue. See, that's what I was thinking as well, Peter. Thank you for your great insight. To me, I think the Dwight McNeil, he's a lot cheaper and he's probably going to be on a lot less wages. So maybe, even though Palace are losing a more expensive player, they probably more wanted his wages off the bill. So I reckon you are bang on. Arthur says, what's the best derby? That is a good question. I'll put that down as a potential. Right. What was some of the other ones that someone had before the other day? Let me know. And what topic is going to be next? And please, can I remind everyone in the chat to hit the like button, please? Right. Louis says, I watched the video. I'm going to register after the stream. No problem, Louis. Good to hear. I read your... right. We done the free entry, or is that later? It'll be later, Duckington. How are you, my friend? Please let me know. And everybody wants to be on the prize draw. Please let me know. Right. What was your topic, Thomas? Please remind me. Please, I've written it down. Which one was yours again? Please remind me. I hear that, Bob. No problem, my bro. That's what you got to do, bro. Just keep it moving. Bob, did you want to be on a fantasy football prize draw? Let me know. And Peter, did you want to do the fantasy football prize draw? Even if you win and you don't want to do the fantasy football, or maybe you do, it's worth 30 quid the entry and you could win £1,000 top prize. If you don't want to do it, you can give it to someone in the chat or someone in your family or friends, whatever. I did a fantasy football video for anyone that hasn't seen it, and it's registered. I've pinned the comment in the chat here to my fantasy football video. Louis says, there are certain that... All right, Louis, I don't want to talk about it anymore, mate. Watch it in your own time. We could talk about it later. I'm trying to do a show. After Ade, when I don't win, how would I pay you? Oh, I see. Right. So anyone that wants to enter, let me just start the next topic. Thomas, I'm waiting on you, mate. What is the next topic, please? What was your one, Thomas? Mine is, oh, right, yes, that's right. I've got it written down. 1 second. Let me answer. All right. Right, there we go. So the topic is up. Let me just restart it and then we will go through it. Let me just start the timer because it's taking longer than I thought. Reset. Start. Right, so there you go, Thomas. We're doing that. Right, let me just answer these quickly. Right, Adi, when I don't win, how would I pay you? Remember, there's 3 chances to win, Arthur, and people can contact me directly using my socials, which are linked on the video or in the description. They're on the front of the page. It's got my email address, my Instagram, etc., etc. Just contact me and we sort it out from there. But you never know, Arthur. There's 3 chances to win, so see if you win first. Bob says, don't know anything about fantasy football. Isn't it 18 plus as well? I don't know if it's 18 plus. It might be, but people can always get a parent to register. It's just a fantasy football game. It's not the deepest thing in the world. Yep, Thomas, we're doing that now. Arthur says, right, so Arthur's answering. Madrid, Barca, AC Milan, Bayern, and United. So maybe be specific, Arthur, with the years. So let me introduce the topic. So this was Thomas's topic. He says, who are the top 5 best club teams in the history of the game. Right. So I'm gonna mention mine. I was thinking about this earlier. You're welcome, Thomas. Arthur says it's 13 plus. What, for fantasy football? Well, there you go. Or it's 16. I know it's definitely not 18 because it's not exactly gambling. It's just a fantasy football game. Right. So Aiden, let's put some years, maybe some context. Can't just say the top 5 teams. You've got to kind of maybe do little eras of teams. So I'll tell you what. Let me do mine, and then I'll throw it over to you, and then we can see how many of these same teams repeat. Now, for me, one of the best team in history for me would be like that Barcelona team between 2009 and 2011. That's one of them. That's one for me. Next one after that, I think this PSG team of the last few years, that's right up there for me. I think they're absolutely sensational. I think Liverpool in the late 1980s, or say 86 to 89, that's one of the greatest teams in history. Those 3 stand out for me. That's just my 3 for now. Let's see what some other people think. Try and put the year and the context so that people have the context. Aiden says Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United, Liverpool, Inter Milan. But which years? I definitely don't think Inter Milan had anything in terms of the greatest ever club size. Peter agrees with me. Late 80s LFC. Thank you, Peter, my man. All good. Bob says, now I'm all right. No problem regarding the fantasy football. That's cool, my bro. Louis says, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid. One of the best club sides ever. Absolutely no chance. Sorry, Louis. Nobody's going to agree with that. But we need to put a certain club side. You need to put their era. So like Arthur has just said, if you see in the chat, he said the 3-peat Madrid, obviously. Now here's the thing, Arthur. During that period, Real Madrid didn't even win La Liga. Do you know what I mean? I struggle with that one personally. I know what you mean though, because they won the Champions League 3 times. That was a very difficult one for me, Arthur. I know what you're trying to say, and I thought about it myself, and I thought, like what you're saying, Arthur, how can you not have a Real Madrid side that didn't, like, that won the Champions League 3 years in a row, but then not be in the best club sides of all time? Because they just couldn't win the league, which is a bit of a weird one. So, but I hear you. Good points. Bob says Madrid, Barca, Man U, Liverpool, AC Milan. What periods though, Bob? I think that's a good one actually, Bob. But you probably not the same era I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of that 1990 to 1994 kind of AC Milan side. They were something else. They had Rijkaard, Gullit, Van Basten, Maldini, Baresi, and these kind of players in their team. That is my 4th one. The AC Milan of the early 90s, most definitely. Arthur said Liverpool ain't touching this list. You're crazy. Peter says 88 5-0 win against Forest. There you go, Peter. 100%. Bob says I'll be back in 5. Surely you have to put Arsenal Invincibles season. I hear what you're saying, Louis, but it's just one season. When I think of great teams, I think about a dominant team that dominates for like 3-4 seasons. So a bit like what Arthur's saying about Real Madrid with the Champions League. The Liverpool team I mentioned dominated for years. The Barcelona team dominated. The AC Milan team dominated for 3 years. And they were untouchable. Arthur says, that's like, say, a team that won the World Cup 3 times was bad because they didn't win the net. No, it's not saying that at all. Come on. You win in the Champions League and you can't win the league. That's ridiculous. Remember when Atletico beat Liverpool, Morata, late winning goal. Yeah, that doesn't make them a great team. Duckington says Clus Forest. That's not bad. That's not bad. Calm down, Columba. Calm down, my bro. Do you know what? I've only done 4, and I was leaning towards saying Man United, and I was going over it, Columba. So anyway, welcome to the channel, my bro. Let's keep it respectful. Ultimately, Columba, I probably was going to settle on that Man United team because they did obviously win the league, them and Arsenal back and forth during that period. They were 2 of the most immense teams that you'd have ever seen. And ultimately, my 5th team would probably come down between either that great Man United team, like I say, the treble, or Man City's recent team doing the treble as well, in that little 3 or 4 year period where they were untouchable. But yeah, I hear that, my bro. I hear that. I probably would go with the Man United team at the time as being in my top 5, 100%. I'm not saying they wouldn't be fifth. They could be first, whatever. But yeah, they would be in that order. So let me just repeat Columba. My top 5 teams of all time in terms of dominance and, you know, a little spell. My number 1 is the Barcelona, 09 to 011. And Columba, obviously you're a Man United fan. And that was a great Man United team, 2008 to 2011. What a fantastic Man United team that was. But ultimately, that Barcelona team was just a bit too good for everyone. So sometimes that's all it matters somehow. Just like one of my Liverpool teams, this recent team, in recent years, Liverpool's Klopp team. I can't put them up there because Man City were a better team. Do you know what I'm trying to say, Columba? That's kind of the way I look at it. But welcome to the channel, my bro. Let me know your 5, mate. You let me know your 5, top 5 period teams. So yeah, mine are the late 80s team of Liverpool, the Man United team of the 90s, the late 90s, Barcelona 09 to 11, this PSG team, that's current one, and the AC Milan team of the early 90s. You cheeky sod. I'll come to your message in a minute, my bro. Sorry, but Arsenal don't touch this list. Exactly. That's the thing. I agree with you, Arthur. Look, don't get me wrong. I think the Arsenal team around the Invincibles was amazing. But like Columba in the chat is saying, that Arsenal team I felt between 1998 and 2000 that gave Man U a real run was better than the Invincibles. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes you're just unlucky. Like, look at Liverpool's latest team under Klopp. What a fantastic team that was. But Man City were just that little bit too good. And that's just reality. You just have to hold your hands up. So Thomas says, mine is Barcelona in 2020, PSG in 22, Manchester City in 2010. Oh, you mean like when they obviously picked United? I think you're getting the date slightly wrong, but that's fine. Arsenal in 23 and Chelsea in 2013. These are my top 5 teams. Fair enough. It's all about opinion. Arthur, you're an Arsenal fan, so how do you not put Arsenal on your list? Because he's being objective, Louis. Columba Addy does have a thick Scouse accent. You can tell by my accent that I'm obviously from Liverpool. Right. Aiden says Barcelona 09 to 11. There you go. Same as me. Man United 13, 14. No chance. Not that Man United team. No chance. Okay team, but come on. Real Madrid 09 to 11. Don't see it. Well, they had a good team under one great team in that Mourinho year. Man City 2014 to 2016. Fair enough. Inter 99 to 2000. Columba, that's why I laughed earlier. He said, good man, knew you had it in you. Columba, welcome to the channel, mate. It's a non-toxic place. That's why I didn't really rise to the Muppet thing. It's all good, my bro. It's just chat online. It's banter, but let's keep it friendly. But anyway, listen, mate, I hope you stay around. It's a really fun channel. We break down topics, discuss them, have a little poll at the end, and move on from there. I let people in the chat introduce their topics. We go over it. And also, Columba, if you are a fantasy football fan, we're doing a live draw here today around a fantasy football competition. So if you're into fantasy football, there's a chance you can win £1,000 if you want to enter my competition. Please let me know. And please like and subscribe. Michelle, let's hear yours. Michelle, sweetheart, says FC Barcelona 08 to 12. There you go. Bang. Real Madrid 16 to 18. The triple Champions League winners. She thinks the same as Arthur. I get it. PSG, the recent one. Same as me. Manchester City 22-23. Fair enough. Or this kind of little period. And 69-73 Ajax. What a fantastic 5 you've picked there, Michelle. Brilliant. Hard to argue with any of that, Michelle. Absolutely brilliant ball knowledge. Man U team nowhere near the top 5. The Invincibles were better. Arsenal 00 to 06. It's all about opinions, people. Me and Jessica are playing Rocket League now. I used to watch Ajax when I was young. I love them. Fair enough, Michelle. No problem, Jaden. Don't worry. It's all friendly. Why am I on your live stream? What do you mean, Thomas? Right. Has anybody got any more? Columba, if you're there, my friend in the chat, please let us know. What are your top 5 period teams or best teams in club history? Let us know, Columba, if you are there. And welcome to the channel. All right, so here we are, Columba Gallagher. You're welcome there, Thomas. I did your topic, no problem. Right, Columbus says, Liverpool 1980s era. So obviously winning European Cup. AC Milan early 90s, like me, Columba. Oh, you must be similar vintage as me, my brother. Maybe a bit older. Barcelona with Messi. I hear that. Probably the early days battling with your Man United. PSG last 2 years. I agree with that, my good man. And Real Madrid late 50s and 60s. I did, yeah, fair enough. Obviously, they are a great team because obviously they won the Champions League. Now, obviously, Columba, I don't know how old you are. I doubt if you saw the Real Madrid late 50s, 60s team, but maybe you're going on the fact that they won all of those Champions Leagues. And I get it, because sometimes we have to go, we need to look at the nostalgic part of life, and obviously just we have to give credit to those teams. I know what you mean. My perspective, and obviously feel free. Maybe you could be a lot older, and maybe you did see those teams. Cannot say otherwise. I just did it from teams that I saw personally, but I hear it. It's all about opinions and really good insight. Love that from Columba, and definitely love Michelle's as well. Brilliant. Thomas says, you're the best, Ade. Thank you, my bro. So make sure you like the stream and subscribe, people. Right, so we've done 2 topics, and we're now moving on to the next one. I kind of like this one from Arthur, so we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that one. Which is going to be the... All right, I'll introduce it in a second. But Leicester, has anyone got any more? Or even if there are ones, even if there are other ones that we can't put into our top 5, what about any other great club sides? I thought the Chelsea 05-06 with Mourinho, that was a stunning side. Played really good football, underrated football. 95 points, 1 defeat all season, and they retained the title back-to-back. Liverpool haven't retained the Premier League in modern times. Arsenal's never retained the Premier League. So, you know, the fact that Chelsea did it under Mourinho that first time round, that was a phenomenal achievement. Won the Cups multiple times during those periods as well. That was a really great side. I did like the late Arsenal side of the late 90s, 98-2000, phenomenal side. But that kind of stretched over into the Invincibles, where it kind of culminated as well. What other really great club sides are there? Probably that Bayern Munich team. That one that, what was it, 29? No, not 29, like 21. That was a really good team. And obviously, you can stretch out Bayern Munich over a few seasons. But yeah, that was a really good side. Klopp's Borussia Dortmund team was very good. Really, really good team. But yeah, it's all about opinions. Louis says Barcelona 2008, 100%. But for me, it's Barcelona 2009 to 11. But, you know, similar years, similar vintage. Columbus says, what about the Ajax 1970? And what about the great underdogs? Not in the Forest yet. Fair enough, my bro. Well, that's the thing. That's the one Michelle was talking about in the chat. She was talking about the Ajax team. Obviously, we're talking about Johan Cruyff. And they won it 3 times in a row. So did Bayern Munich in the 70s, win it 3 times in a row. So great point there, Columba. Much appreciated. That Brian Clough team as well, Forest. I think somebody else mentioned it in the chat earlier. Great take, my bro. Great takes. Definitely. Right. And then, Michelle, this will close it off. I think this was a season when Bayern Munich won every single game. I think you could be right, Michelle. It was absolutely incredible. Like, it was absolutely top draw. That what they got up to that season. Thank you for that, Michelle. Absolutely brilliant comment. Right, Aiden says, I missed his message. Aiden, the channel's becoming too big. It's hard to get every message. Just post it back in the chat and I will put it back on the screen, Aiden. It'll make my life a lot easier. I'm back. Yes, Bob, back once again. Bayern Munich 1920 was scary. They were. Lewandowski, the year when he was robbed of the Ballon d'Or. Right, we're going to move on to the next topic, people. And this one is introduced by Arthur. After this one, I'll introduce my own one. Natasha, are you there? Are you going to join in with the topics, or are you just listening? What's the best derby? And are we talking about, Arthur, are we talking about the best derby in England or all over the world? I think we should do all over the world, to be honest. Right, so let me start it. Now, I need to caveat and say that I haven't seen every derby. So I think you kind of got to go with ones that you've seen. But let me start the clock. All right. So we've got a few more in the chat. Before I read out the topic, let me just catch up with some of the messages. Please, everyone, if you're enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. It will help the channel grow. Akshay, ready. Stop, bro. Do you believe Liverpool going to win the UEFA Champions League this season? Akshay, they're in with a chance, my bro. Welcome to the channel. Haven't met you before, Akshay. Are you a Liverpool fan yourself? Please let me know. You can see this, the shirts of dreams in the background. Akshay, please let me know. But in my opinion, Liverpool they've got a chance. They're not in the top 4 in terms of winning the Champions League. I think Bayern Munich, PSG, Arsenal, and Barcelona are the top 4 favourites for the Champions League. But next season, Liverpool will be one of the best of the rest, alongside your Real Madrid, Man United, Liverpool. They're in the second tier to win the Champions League. But let me know, Akshay, what you think. And please like and subscribe. What we're doing, Akshay, we're talking about a topic for 15 minutes. We have a talk about it. We might run a poll on it if it's needed. We discuss it and share opinions, chat, a few laughs, etc. So that's what we're doing, Akshay. Feel free to join in. Now, the topic of the next one is introduced by Arthur, and he says, what's the best derby in the world game? So in all of club football, what is the best derby? Aiden Messiwoji loves Everton. Columba Gallagher says, great show. You know your stuff. Thank you, my brother. And listen, Columba, even though you called me a muppet at the beginning, it's all right. I've been called worse, mate. But honestly, it's a non-toxic channel, and I invite everybody on board, not just to grow, just because everyone needs a kind of like a non-toxic place, because football has become this so-called banter era where we laugh and cry at our team's demise, or we laugh at our fans. Now, look, Columba, I've watched Liverpool all my life. Do I like Man United? No, I do not. Do I want Man United to succeed? Of course not. But I've got Man United best mates that love Man United. And when Man United lose, I see my friends hurt. So I don't really enjoy them hurting. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm a very positive person. I'm not about this whole toxic vibe, waiting to see my rivals crash. Because at the end of the day, I just care about Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? But thank you for saying that, my brother. And I'll be real, I do have good ball knowledge. I played the game a lot in my life. I've followed it my whole life. So yeah, thank you for saying that, my bro. I appreciate you, my G. And like I said, if you like what you're seeing, stick around, subscribe to the channel, and drop a like on the stream, my bro. Arthur says, England. Oh, so you want the best teams in England? The best derbies. So there was Arthur's topic, so it's going to be in England. So let's do the English derbies then, or in Great Britain, shall we say. All right, so let's go with that. Arthur, are you happy with that? Louis says, Arsenal-Liverpool game when someone scored 4 goals for Arsenal, like we were like 3-0 down. Let's not talk about that. That's the Arshavin game. Aiden says, Aston Villa versus Birmingham City, one of the best derbies. To be fair, I've never really watched a Villa derby with Birmingham City in a long time, because they barely get to play. Me personally, that's not one up there for me. If you're asking me the best derby, I think, honestly, I'll be real. And here's to you, Michelle. The Liverpool-Everton game is not competitive enough. And I'm not even taking a mick. It's not. Liverpool own Everton the majority of the time. I think the best derby is Arsenal-Spurs. I think that is a phenomenal derby. It's always the best. That's the best derby. Apart from my games of Liverpool, when Liverpool play Man United, I know it's not technically a derby, but the games I look at for the start of the season are Liverpool, Man United, Liverpool, Everton. But amongst other teams, I love Arsenal, Spurs. I think it's the best derby. But that's my opinion. Right, everyone else, let's see. Aiden, that was yours. Akshay, we need to stick with the topics, my bro. It's not just a Liverpool channel, it's a football channel as well as a video game channel. But Akshay, we can do different topics. I'll answer your question. What's your opinion on Liverpool signing our defender? I think it's a great deal. But actually, I'll talk about that in a minute. It's a great deal. I'm very happy with it. He's a top quality signing, a little bit injury prone, but if he stays fit, he's going to be one of the better centre-backs in the league. Akshay, what do you think, Akshay? Let me know. When are you doing... Right, let me see. When are you doing a fantasy draw? I'm going to do it halfway through the topics, Thomas. Aiden said, I said Aston Villa 74 to 76, 1874. Jesus. What happened during that period? Jessica says, Man City and Man United are my favourite derby. Fair enough. That is a good derby. It's a very good derby, to be fair. Mr. Demon, you retracted your statement. What was it, mate? Feel free to share. But Jessica, I hear you. That is a great derby. Bob, Liverpool fans, the Manchester derby. I think in recent times, it's been very competitive. Because obviously Man City have been a dominant team. Sorry about that, Columba. But Man City obviously have been the dominant force in the Manchester derby in recent years. But it's always had a bit of edge to it, a bit of bite. If 2005, the Manchester derby was nothing because they barely played each other because City could barely stay in the Prem. But yeah, Manchester derby these days is pretty good, to be fair. Arthur says, Arshavin versus Liverpool 1v11. You couldn't even win. You clown. Who was that guy that scored 4 goals for Arsenal, my team that smashed Liverpool? It was Andre Arshavin, the best thing he did. Michelle, Rangers 5, Celtic 1, best game. Fair enough, Michelle. I don't know if Arthur allows it, but British one, Rangers, the Glasgow derby is phenomenal. I know it's not technically English, but yeah, British will do. But yeah, that is a great derby. They are always electric games. Columbus says, has to be Rangers and Celtic by a country mile. Nothing comes close up, based on a lot of the hatred through and very little to do with the football. I hear that, my man. It's definitely, like you say, it's due to the Protestant and Catholic divide, and there's loads of history in that, going back to the Calvinist era and all of that stuff. But Columba, thank you. I didn't mention that one personally because Arthur subscribed to the channel. He kind of wanted to do English derbies, but I think we'll allow it. It is a British derby. Arthur says, MK Dons versus AFC Wimbledon. And the old firm is also political and religious. But yes, exactly, Arthur. Fair enough. I've never seen the MK Dons and the Wimbledon one. But yeah, it would be interesting to watch one day. Akshay says, can you guess my nationality according to my name? Akshay, are you... Akshay, you're either Indian or maybe Malaysian, Akshay. Let me know if you're correct. Michelle says, Columba, Gallagher, you copied me. Well, Michelle, you know ball, and so does Columba. The best game was Arsenal-Liverpool when we were... Anyway, Louis, let's stick on topic. It's about the best derby. That's what we're talking about, the best derby. Michelle says that my second best derby is Everton-Liverpool. I do like the Liverpool derby, the Merseyside derby, Michelle. Obviously, it means a lot to us. But as a game, it's usually not very competitive, babes. Sorry for you to hear that, but it's the truth, and you know it. You guessed correct. I am okay. You are Indian. No problem, Akshay. Nice to meet you, my friend. But Akshay, have you liked and subscribed? And Akshay, what do you think is the best derby? You know what I mean by derby? So 2 teams from the same city in England when they play each other. Let me know, Akshay, what you think. And please let me know you've liked and subscribed. Don't let me down. Oxford United versus Swindon, says Aidan. I've never seen it. Aidan, but I hear that. The best derby is Arsenal-Tottenham. I agree. That was my opinion, Louis. Akshay from Dubai. Akshay says Man United versus Man City. Thank you, Akshay. Love the comments. Thank you, everyone, for your opinion so far. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Right. Let's get back into more of the messages. Mr. Demon, welcome back, sir. How are you doing, my friend? Big Liverpool fan. Mr. Demon in the chat. Liverpool Man United is the most famous rivalry, but London derby is the best. Talking about the North London derby, Mr. Demon. I'm sure you're saying Arsenal-Tottenham. I'll tell you what is also a good game. It's another London derby. Chelsea-West Ham. Think about it. Chelsea-West Ham, West v East. That game is absolutely sensational. It is phenomenal stuff. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Liverpool Man United, that's the game, honestly. When I was like in my, my middling years, and Man United were dominating left, right, and centre. Honestly, I used to get goosebumps when Man United came to Liverpool because I used to be so worried that we're going to lose because we'd usually get pasted, especially during the Ferguson era. But obviously, in the recent times, from Klopp days onwards, I don't worry about Man United anymore. But obviously, Man United seem to be on their way back. To be fair. Akshay says, I have liked and subscribed. Thank you, Akshay. Can we please follow suit, everybody? Hit the like button and subscribe. Bob says, I should watch a Glasgow Celtic game. Yeah, no, you should, mate. They are phenomenal. They're obviously not always the greatest in terms of quality, but they are great games. Michelle, the like hunter. 21 likes. Thank you, Michelle. Great stuff. Thank you for pointing it out. Columbus says, was that Man United derby, the Man U derby, the 4-3 game? What, the one with Owen scoring last minute, Columba? But Liverpool will always be the match for United. Exactly. City have no history. Never be our rivals. Michelle knows footy. Lovely comment, Columba. I hear that. And that's the thing. In this modern times, a lot of Man United fans, they just don't give Man City that credit. To be fair, though, Columba, I'm sure you'll find, depending on your age, my friend, that in about 30 years' time, when history starts to settle down And, you know, history will start to look back more favourably as at Manchester City as a massive club. Whereas at the moment, they don't get that respect. But in 30 years' time, it will be looked at more as, you know what I mean? You know how it goes. Time makes up for many sins, as it were. Bob, you should. Michelle says, I'm going to Glasgow tomorrow for a week. Lovely, Michelle. What are you doing? You're having a break? Let us know. And I hope we get to see you on the channel at some point, my dear. Louis says, Arsenal versus Liverpool. It's not a derby though, Louis. It's always good like when Martinelli pushed. Nah, come on, man. Red card for that. That was disgusting what Martinelli did. Columba, what team do you support? He's a Man U fan. I still worry about Man U. My friends won't leave me alone if we lose. But this is what I mean. This is the era we live in. People being on at each other about their teams losing. Me personally, I'm not like that, Bob. I don't get into all of that. My team's better than your team. Crap. The best derby is Chelsea-Tottenham. I hear that, Thomas. That is a great game as well. Raymond, back in a bit. Hello, Raymond. Hi, Ade. How are you? I would take Omar Mamouche to Newcastle United right now. Yes, from Ray. I bet you would. I'll take Omar Mamouche at Liverpool. He could play off the left. He could play off the left and he could be striker as well. The problem is, Raymond, he's on 300,000 a week and he's not worth the money currently. But Raymond, thank you for your comment. Raymond from Slavonga, Zambia. Make sure you smash the like button, my friend. Please confirm. And Raymond, if you do fantasy football, please let me know. I've got a video on my channel explaining my fantasy football competition. First prize is going to be likely £800 to £1,000 to the winner. So anyone that's interested in fantasy football, we're doing a live draw on the channel for a free entry place. And if you don't win one of those, we're doing 3 places. One place is going to be given out over the next 3 shows. But if you don't win a place, then you can enter the competition. It's £30 entry and you can win a top prize of £1,000. And it's down to 20 places. So a big chance of winning a cash prize. And all good if you're doing fantasy football anyway, then why not join the fun? Bob says Glasgow is nice. It is. I've got family there, so I'm going to see them. Lovely, Michelle. Have a lovely time. Man United, Michelle. Man and boy, says Columba. Hi, Ade. Topic of the day. Which is winning the Premier League this August from May? Raymond, we may do that. Raymond, we're not going to do that today because on one of the chat shows before the start of the season, we're going to do, well, me, Vaz, the veteran arcade stage. We're going to do my Premier League prediction and we're going to do one for the chat on the same stream, Raymond. So we won't do that today, but we will do that in one of the following shows. Bob says, nah, it is what it is, just a little bit of banner. Oh, I hear that, Bob. As long as you're not getting too bothered. Michelle's letting Columba know it's Everton for me. Any other good derbies that people talk about? What about the Sheffield, the Steel derby? Sheffield United Thursday, Wednesday. Pretty good game, I remember, in the Prem. Columba, do you think that Man United Leeds should be categorised? I know it's a big game, War of the Roses, and there's going to be another one in a few days, isn't there? On the 12th. It's not exactly a derby, but it's a big game, obviously. But it's not a derby, really, per se. Other derbies, people. Plenty of London ones, obviously. Chelsea Arsenal doesn't really have that fire for me. Obviously, you can easily name 2 teams for the same city. Bristol City versus Bristol Rovers, but who watches that? Newcastle Sunderland, surely that deserves a shout. That is a good game. Newcastle Sunderland in the chat, always worth a watch. Aiden says, let's stick to the topic, Aiden. Matteo Ruggeri is set to become the 5th Italian to play for Aston Villa. Let us know once he's signed. Aiden, any other derbies you want to mention? What about the Black Forest derby? What about that? Wolves versus West Brom. Pretty big game, right? But yeah, I think that one definitely deserved a mention that I put out there just a second ago. Good old game. Right, we've got 18 seconds left. Bob says irrelevant, but thoughts on Garcia versus Ben. Yeah, my tongue was talking about that. Is that scheduled? I think Nigel Conor Ben doesn't have a chance, mate. I think Conor Ben gets sparked out personally. About 7th or 8th round. Bob, what do you think? Absolutely no chance. He's not in that class, to be honest. In Ryan Garcia's class. Bob says, battle of the PEDs. Yeah, I know, mate. Crazy stuff. I like it, Bob. You crack me up. Right, I'm going to put the next chat up. The next topic up. This is my one. And we'll go on to the next topic. So, this has more or less taken hold. It's just been announced today. So I'm going to start it and I'll introduce the topic. And let's see what everyone thinks about this piece of news. Right. Let me put these things in the chat. Jada says the moon is covered in the UK and I don't know why, and the moon's covered. Right, I'm a big Conor Ben fan then, so I hope he somehow pulls off something. I hear that, mate. Right. I need to change the number. Right. Topic 4. Liverpool. Liverpool Football Club, the Amazon founder, Jeff Bezos, nears deal to buy a stake with consortium led by Amit Bhatia. Right, I'll read out the last few messages in a second. Let me just introduce it. So, the Amazon founder, Jeff Bezos, is closing in on a deal to buy roughly a 1/3 stake in Liverpool. So, we're talking about $2 billion to buy 1/3 stake in Liverpool, so basically 33%, according to Sky News. Liverpool's controlling shareholder, Fenway Sports Group, is preparing the announcement this week. The consortium is led by Amit Bhatia, son-in-law of steel billionaire Lakshmi Mittal. He stepped down from being a QPR chairman a few weeks back, and he's going to head up this consortium to basically start, which is the beginning of the end of FSG at Liverpool, and a takeover by Amazon, Jeff Bezos and a consortium into Liverpool. Right, so according to Forbes, the rich list, the 62-year-old Jeff Bezos has an estimated net worth of $256 billion. And that's 192 million pounds. So that's the next topic. Right, let me read out the comments and then we're going to stick to this topic, please. The show needs to have structure. Columba says, yes, the Toffees, great team during the mid-80s. Yes, that was a great team. You would always beat us. 85 final was a cracker. Norman Whiteside goal. Remember it like it was yesterday. Ride out 95 as well. 1-0 Everton. I remember I was working in the shop. I was depressed all summer. I remember that one, Columba. Columba, just to let you know, I had a stake on that game. I picked 1-0 ride out for Everton. I was doing it for the vibes. I was only a youngster. And I collected my 20 quid. I was well chuffed. I think I had 19-1. Arthur is on that. What is that for, Arthur? With the emojis? Portsmouth v Southampton. Fair enough. Good take. Right. So, regarding this investment, this means that basically Liverpool's on the way to being bought out by some of the richest people in world football. What do we think this means for Liverpool? What do we think this means for the Premier League? Because at the end of the day, Liverpool already one of the biggest clubs, one of the wealthiest clubs. And ultimately, if Liverpool get bought out by this Amazon-based consortium, it means that every year they're going to be able to pump crazy money into the club, as well as obviously keep themselves in the Champions League, keep buying the best players. So what I'm getting at is ultimately, people, maybe not this season, but next season, you might see the likes of Liverpool buying Elise. Like it means absolutely nothing. They might be out there buying Dembele, Kylian Mbappe. What does this mean for Liverpool, in your opinion? Now, let's take off the bias. Is this a good thing for Liverpool? Is this a bad thing for the Premier League? Is it going to be a problem? Let's go into the topics. Let's go into the message. Arthur says, nearly as rich as me. So you're not happy with the deal, Arthur? Bob says, I hope this means more money invested in the club. Mate, surely it will. That's what I'm putting a question in the chat. If Liverpool are being based by these guys, and the most you can put into a club each season is £35 million of your own money, by the way, because that's the new rules. But Liverpool generating money, this means that Liverpool can even be part of, Liverpool get renamed Liverpool Prime, like Optimus Prime, out here blasting people like Megatron. What's going on, people? Are Liverpool set to dominate potentially in the near future? Or is it just that the rich are getting richer? Arthur says, Addy, when are you doing a Kahoot quiz? In a little while, my friend. Not today, though. I need to plan it, Arthur. I need to plan it, but I will do. We'll do that before maybe the season starts or maybe during the first week of the season, Arthur, but I will do it. I've got it on my my message. Louis says, can you put me on the wheel? You're on the wheel, mate. You are on the wheel, Louis. Columba says, Amazonin. What's the last bit? Hayes. Amazonin, yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. Is it going to be the end? Because somebody mentioned it earlier. I think it was FCB talking about Sky. Could it be the end of Sky? Or all football clubs are going to be going on Amazon and streaming services. Maybe Liverpool, because they're owned by Amazon, potentially, you know what I mean, get pulled off out of Sky somehow. And maybe they're getting live streamed. And maybe Liverpool will just be the only club on Sky, on Amazon. How much money would that make them? Do you know what I mean? It's going to be crazy. Bob says, I wish. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just throwing out there. It's about opinion. Columbus says, sorry about that. Amazonian, jealous. We have Glinios. Yeah, I know. Well, this is the thing. Now, look, at the end of the day, no, I hear you, Columbus. It's fair enough, my man. It's fair enough. At the end of the look, Man United is an amazing club with rich history. But we all know that deal that David Gill sorted out. He sold them under the river. Basically, there was a famous book that's just been written a few years ago. And it's talking about Man United, labeling them the world's biggest cash machine. As in ATM, sorry, like as in, automated transaction machine, like an ATM. You got to put your card and get your money, because that's what Man United are to the Glazers. It's absolutely disgusting. And to be honest with you, if the Glazers hadn't taken over Man United probably would have dominated football up until this day. Obviously, in and around an off season, because the fact that the Glazers came in and took the money out of Man United, it stopped Man United competing at the level they should have done. Should have easily had a new stadium, and still in debt 21 years later. Absolutely disgusting. But that's why your club protests to get them out. But how'd you get them out? I mean, let's have it right, Columba. If you owned Man United, or you know what I mean, if you owned them, would you sell them? The way it prints money? As much as you love the club, if you can go to Man United and take 200 million out of the club and put it in your skyrocket, aka your Cockney rhyming slang, your pocket, every season, and still keep the club competitive, you'd do it, right? So, there you go. Bob says, is Todd Bowley responsible for Chelsea's crazy spending? Is that one of your topic ideas? I don't care. They can't spend that money like Newcastle. I hear that, Arthur. But the thing is, though, Arthur, Liverpool will have owners that maybe not exactly on a par with Newcastle, but they will have one of the richest owners in the game. And unlike Newcastle, Liverpool do generate that money, Arthur, which means that Liverpool can spend that money and can therefore potentially dominate. So that is my point. Arthur, I won't read that, but Glazers they're definitely hypocrites, and they are not good owners. Peter, back in the chat. Peter, I hope you hit that like button, my friend. Manu were hijacked in slow motion. Got to protest more. Mate, they were, weren't they? You're right. That is such a good point. The way Peter describes it, they were hijacked in slow motion, in plain sight. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, I see. Bob says, I'm asking in general about Todd Bowley. I think it's a combination, Bob. But let's stay on the topic. Louis says, I don't understand this topic. What is it about? It's about one of the richest people in the world, Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon. He's potentially leading the machine to take over Liverpool. So Liverpool will go from being owned by a big group to one of the richest groups in the world, Louis. So what does this mean for Liverpool? Will it make them have more money potentially available, more off-field branding partnerships, more sponsorships, more TV revenue, more? Will Liverpool get bigger, basically? That is the point, and that is what it's all about. Duckton says, hi. Fair enough, Duckton. How are you, my friend? Have you hit that like button? Please let me know. And do you have any answers on this, Duckton, this topic? Please let me know. Please let me know. What is your opinions, people? And let's have a look in the chat. Akshay, are you there? Akshay, we're talking about Liverpool. What do you think? Akshay, drop us your opinions. Louis says, What the cook Jeff Bezos? No, he owns Amazon, mate. Don't worry about it. If you don't understand, it's cool. So, anybody else have an opinion on this? Peter, what do you think about this, my friend? You hearing about this deal? 30% for Jeff Bezos. What do you think? Michelle, what do you think? Obviously, you being a big lover of Liverpool, Michelle, let us know what you think. Columbus says, people forget, especially United fans, but it was Ferguson and the racehorses that allowed the Glazers in. Although I don't like to say it, Liverpool fans would never have tolerated. Columba, you are bang on. No, we wouldn't have. We would have still been striking to this day. Bob, to this day. Some Deontay Wilder for you on the channel. But Columba, you're right. We look at Liverpool whenever things go on with fan ticket prices. The Super League. Liverpool were front and centre. Bang. They weren't having it. But you're right. And yes, you're right. Columba, I remember it clearly. It was obviously Alex Ferguson falling out with, JP McManus and the other fella. Who obviously owned Man United at the time. The big falling out, and obviously McManus and JP McManus and the other guy, I can't remember his name, wanted rid of the club. And obviously it was broken, and Glazers just snuck in, like Peter says, in slow motion. And it is honestly terrible. Absolutely terrible. Don't get me wrong, Columba, if they'd have bought it with their own money and didn't leverage it out, then maybe, United probably wouldn't be in a position they had been. Obviously, getting by on the genius of Sir Alex. But if they'd have just bought the club out and not put it in debt, I don't think anyone, back then would have been against the Glazers. But to buy it on a mortgage, basically, 100% mortgage, that's basically what they've done. 100% mortgage, and they just fleeced the club ever since. Absolutely diabolical. But great point, Columba. Really enjoying your comments and your rationale. Thank you, my friend. Please do like and subscribe. Would appreciate having you around more often. Peter says, Bezos money is not my cup of tea. The game has gone too far in monetary terms. I know what you're saying, Peter. It's not going back, is it? And that's the problem. Everybody keeps pushing each other. Money, 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 money. Imagine, Peter, you're bang on. 20 years ago. 20 years ago, what's his name? The Russian that took over Chelsea. Slips my mind. Sorry, I've lost it for a second. Oh, how can I forget his name? Anyway, the Russian oligarch that took over Chelsea, Roman Abramovich. Back then, we thought we'd never see people richer than that in football. But now, those people are dwarfed. Can you imagine? Exactly, Roman. Thank you, Peter. Exactly that. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Peter. These types of owners, Roman Abramovich is like a cheap middle tier owner in modern football. We're now seeing modern consortiums like obviously this Amazon group, Facebook people, these crazy owners. It is just, football has gone absolutely wild. Right, give me a second, people. I'll be back in 2 seconds and I will put out, I'll read out the message. Give me one moment. Right, back again. Hopefully you saw the FPL thing. We'll be doing a draw soon on the channel. Right, let me read out some more messages. It's told Bowler the reason for Chelsea spending. It's all part of his group, my friend. Him and his group. The Rock of Gibraltar horse. Exactly, Peter. That's the one. They fell out. Ownership rights and all that. All of that, exactly. And imagine, if not for that and that falling out, the Glazers wouldn't have got in and the football would have been in a different place. But this is sliding doors moment, Peter. Sliding doors moment. Arthur says the Super League. I remember the Super League. Yep, that did not last very long, did it, people? Exactly. Duckton said, my dad owns 15% of Tranmere Rovers. Jeff ain't got nothing on him. Is that true, Duckton? Are you messing around? KSI owns a part of the football team. Interesting. Thank you, Louis. Dagon Red. Aston Villa owner is Nassef Sawaris. And yeah, he's a very rich man as well. They can't pump money into the club. Ha! Bob is all about that. Elite, honestly. And that's the thing with football fans, Bob. We're fickle. Do we want certain, countries owning our clubs? We say no. Do we want certain companies owning our clubs, Bob? No. Peter is talking about it as well. We don't want the money coming. But when somebody says to you, look, if we take over your club and we bring you Michael Elise, then all of a sudden you're like, damn. Yeah, get in there. We can get Elise. Do you know what I mean? Football is a fickle place. Doug says Ferguson had a horrible temper. It's true, says Doug. Exactly. Columba says, great deal for Liverpool. Make them competitive every year from now on. The United fans have no stomach for the fight. Wasn't testing you, the racehorse, but mighty impressive knowledge, lad. Thank you, my bro. Oh, bro, listen, I've got ball knowledge. You can ask Arthur in the chat. He thinks I've got no ball knowledge, but come on. I've been following football since the 80s, Arthur. So let's put some respect on my name, the veteran arcade soldier. But honestly, I have top ball knowledge. It's my favourite topic in my life. You know, it is the love of my life, football. So, yeah. And LFC, the shirts, you know, I'm about it. But no, it's all good. And it's the thing, it's all about respecting other people's clubs. Do I want a success for the likes of your Arsenals, your Cities, your Uniteds? You know, of course not. But at the end of the day, we have to respect other clubs. There are great clubs, you know, on this planet, and we've got to respect them all. It is what it is. I think we get Rayan, not Elise. Boy, sign me up, Bob. Doug says, if it's true... right, hold on, let me put up the next topic. Right, does somebody want to start a new topic? Columba, you're new to the channel. Let me know, my bro. Do you have a topic you want to talk about? 15 minutes and we can whack it down. Actually, let me get a poll in the chat. Would you want Bezos, Amazon to take over your club? Right, there's the topic. So obviously this is about what's facing Liverpool, but would you want them to take over your club? Now let's round this off. So everyone vote on this, please. Let's get some conversation going. Columba, you're new to the channel, my friend. Do you want to introduce the next topic? Topic number 5. I'll give you a moment. Something that we could talk about for 15 minutes. Something that interests you, but something that will interest the chat as well. Let's not make it all biased and whatnot, etc. But please do. If you want to introduce a topic, let me know. Otherwise, I will choose one given by the chat the other day. So yeah, please let me know. I'll give you a few minutes to think of one, Columba, if you want to do one. Right. Do I want FSG gone? I kind of do, to be honest. I think FSG have held back Liverpool for a long time, and I'd be happy for them to sell up in my way, to be fair. But that's just my opinion. I do understand where Peter's coming from, and I kind of get it. It is a very difficult one, in all honesty. It really is. But I want FSG gone because I do think they hold back Liverpool, in my opinion. Right. So, everyone, have your vote, please. I'm going to close down the poll. Right, let me close down the poll. Has everyone voted? Let me know. We'll give it a few more seconds. Right, I'll read out all the messages. I'm just going to put in... I'll let Columba do the topic because he's new to the channel. We've got to welcome new people. Make sure that they are included. So, Columba, I will put your topic. I like it. It's a good one. And as we all know, especially Man United fans, they'll have you know, because a lot of my Man United supporting friends will tell me that the football only started in '92, because obviously it suits a certain narrative. But it is what it is. Whoa, topic 54, you know. Right. Is this topic 6, by the way? I can't remember. Please help me out quickly, chat. Is this topic 6? Oh, no, it's topic 5. What a prat. Right. Before I start the timer, let me read out the messages. Right, closing the poll now. Right, ending poll. Right, would you want Bezos, Amazon to take over your club? Very close. 54% yes. No. 46. Wow, that's a lot closer than I thought. I thought people would want the money. Bring me the money. Money, 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 money. Some Jerry Maguire, some show me the money. Show me the money. You got singing with your boy, the veteran arcade soldier. can I get a like on the stream? Right, so let's read out some of these messages. I'll quickly introduce the topics. Let's go. Duckerton says, it's true as my dad owns 15% of Tranmere. Wow. Can he borrow me a fiver? Ask him. He buys shares when they were in non-league and are dirt cheap. Fair enough. Fair play to him. Addy gets his shirts from Turkey. Behave yourself, son. Up the Villa, says Aidan. Aidan, what's that yes for? The draw after the next topic. We shall see. Top 5 goals in the league. I like that one, Louis. I'll write it down. We might not do that one today, Louis, but I'll let you know. But I'll put it down on my list, Louis. We can do that at some point. Right. Pure greed from Ferguson. There, he should not have messed with the Irish Mafia. 100%. And that's why Man United are in that sticky spot now. He would do wonders for my club if he truly cared about it. I hear that. What about the... All right, so that's the one we're doing. Right, Arthur says, stop Americans in our game. There are a lot of American owners. Columbus, greatest FA Cup match as far back as you can remember. We might do that another time, Columba. But we're going to do the best Premier League game you can remember. Right, so that's the topic. Let's stay on topic, people. Let's get there. Right, so this is from Columba. New member in the chat, or hopefully he's subscribed, but new person in the chat. And he wants to know, what is your greatest Premier League game since the Premier League started? Well, Columba, you introduced it, Columba. Let us know yours. Right. While you're putting yours in the chat, I'll put up the other messages. Natasha is on to Arthur. Bob says, Liverpool 7, Man United 0. That wasn't even a contest, so it's not mine. But what's that, Arthur? 5? Yeah, topic 5, thank you. Thomas says, I'm still here. Thank you, Thomas. Aussie Ange, hello, you lord. Our football with poetry emotion this season. Total football is coming. Aussie Ange, how are you doing, sir? We might do your topic next, Aussie Ange. You gave me one yesterday. Do you remember what it was? Aussie Ange, let me know. I've got it written down, but you tell me, Aussie Ange. And have you smashed that like button? Arthur says he's getting ready for his supper. Bob, you brat. We will stick to FA Cup. So, Man United 1, Paul 0, Eric the King. Behave yourself, Columba. No, we're doing Premier League. It's your topic, Columba. Premier League, best Premier League game. Right. Honestly, for me, it's got to be the first game between Liverpool and Newcastle in that season when Newcastle were going for the Premier League title, 96 at Anfield. Liverpool 4, Newcastle 3. Liverpool went 1-0 up early on. Then Newcastle stormed back 1-1. Liverpool went 2-1 up. Then it was 2-2. Then it was 3-2 Newcastle. Then 3-3 Liverpool. And then it was last minute. Liverpool flying forward in the last seconds. John Barnes lays it off to Collymore. Bang, and it's in the net in the dying seconds. 4-3. That was the greatest Premier League game of all time, in my opinion. I absolutely loved it. Lost my voice and everything. What a game. I remember the sequence of goals. Peter, do you remember that game, my bro? Bob, you're probably a bit too young for that one. But what a game that was. The drama of drama. Natasha says, I bet your sons are in Asden getting sweets. One of them's out at the moment, Natasha. Probably is getting sweets. What a draw to win a prize. Yes, Natasha. So the draw is, if you want to put your name down, it's to win a place in my fantasy football competition. There it is up on the screen. You can win £1,000. Top 20 placement will win you a prize. As if you do fantasy football, you can pay to enter the competition or try and win via my channel. And there's 3 competition places available. We're going to do a draw very soon. If you want to enter, Natasha, feel free. Even if you want to enter just to give your place over to somebody else, you can do that as well, Natasha. So also, let me know, what is your favourite Premier League game of all time? The greatest Premier League game of all time? Let me know, Natasha. And anyone that wants to be in the fantasy football league game, let me know. Rocket is back, all the way from Australia. How are you doing, Rocket? We've got Aussie Ange from Australia as well, Rocket. Hopefully you're good. Welcome, coming back, my bro. Duckerton says, West Brom 5, Man U 5, if I'm being unbiased. Wow, that was a great game. That was in the 2013 season. Columba, just after you won the title. I think Alex Ferguson's last game. West Brom 5, Man United 5. What a game that was. I watched it. Rocket is here. Glad to see you back, my friend. You are true to your word. Make sure you like the stream and subscribe, people. Columbus says, what about the... Oh, well, there you go. I just said it. I just did it, Columba. That was my game, my bro. And Liverpool went on to have a 4-3 the next season with them, but it wasn't as good as the first one. Aston Villa 4-4. That game only known for the sheer amount of goals. That game is only known for the sheer amount of goals, says Duckerton. Yo, the 5-5. Is that the 5-5 you're talking about? Yeah, I hear that. Man U 8, Arsenal 2. Wow, what a game that was. And I'm trying to remember the order. Didn't Arsenal take the lead in that game? I remember it was something silly like 6-1 at the time. That was mad. Rocket says, I didn't lie. Fair enough, my bro. Rocket, are you back? And do you want to be in the Champions League? In the draw for the what's it called? The fantasy football. Twisting my words up. Natasha, let me know if you want to be in the draw. Peter, do you want to be in a fantasy football league draw? Let me know. Arsenal 5, City 0. When was that, Arthur? I'm not even taking a mick. When was that? I don't remember. Peter says, my girlfriend's sister was at the Newcastle United game and the TV camera picked her up. Oh, wow, Peter. Amazing. What a game that was. Aiden says, 7-4 Reading. That was a good game, that was. Jeez, that's so long ago. Wow. Tottenham 6, Man U 1. Bobby's going in on Man U, man. Damn. 7-4. Aiden, I thought you might say Aston Villa 7, Liverpool 2. Yeah, that was a stinker. Rocky says, hit that like button. Thank you, my bro. I know it wasn't since 92, but a game that I always remember is the late 80s. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1. Ah, Columba. No, title decide that one. It was 2-1. No, it was 2-0, you nutter. It was 2-0 at Anfield. Yeah, 89, obviously, Arsenal coming to Liverpool, needed to win the game, 2-0 minimum to win the league. And you know what was a robbery about that game? Peter will remember. That game should have taken place in March. But they actually held it back for TV coverage. What? Liverpool was on a 12-match unbeaten run at the time. And then by the time it got to the end of the season, was like 18-0 in terms of victories. Like something like stupid, like 16-2 or 16-1. And then obviously Arsenal went through. Michael Thomas last minute, it's up for grabs now. And they won the league at Anfield. Gutted I was. Ozzy Anches, Man United 6, Arsenal 1. Was a great match. I don't remember that one. I don't remember that. But Ozzy Ange, I know you know your stuff. But I don't remember that game. Man U 6, Arsenal 1. I remember the 8-2. But thank you, Ozzy Ange. Stoke 5, Liverpool 1. No, we don't. That wasn't a good game. It was 6-1. You got it wrong, mate. It was 6-1, no? Stoke 6, Liverpool 1. Duckington, I'm pretty sure. That was Stevie G's last game. Aiden is there with the 7. Oh, no. Columba's there with the 7-2. Yeah, Man United fans love that one. When Liverpool won the league. Ade, you are old. I'm an older guy. Hey, listen, bruv. I've got the face of a 35-year-old, but I'm older than that. Hold that, people. But yeah, I'm definitely an older guy. 100%. But you love it, Bob. That's what you hear about. To learn from your older brothers, Bob. Know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, people. With Jose, we could have won silverware, and Enoch ruined it. Ozzy Ange, let it go, bro. Let it go. You're on the horizon for new things. Arthur, in 89, we won the league. Bloody hell, Arthur. Bloody hell. I was going to say where you were, but I don't think your dad would appreciate it at the time. Right, anyway. Aston Villa, Aiden says, Aston Villa 4, Everton, Liverpool 2. Well, that's just last season. Get out of here. You got a nice memory. Oh, you're definitely right. I have, my man, for pain as well. Natasha says, can you please enter? Yes, Natasha. Natasha, I'll put your name down. Natasha, do you do fantasy football? Or maybe your young son can do it for you if he likes fantasy football. But it's up to you, Natasha. You can keep it or give the prize away. So we're going to do the prize draw soon, people. Probably after the next topic or so. But let's get through the chat. This has been a great one. Well done, Mr. Columba. Absolute fantastic topic. Newcastle 5, Man United 0 for all the wrong reasons. Oh, my days. They absolutely peppered Man U that game. But remember, the game at the end of that season, it was, oh no, I'm thinking of the following season when Cantona scored 1-0. I think that was at the same season. Columbo, let me know. It was a good game. I enjoyed to see Jarrah cry. Duckington, you evil man. Arthur is on the keyboard. He is. Anfield 89 was the best ending to a season ever, my man. Honestly, that was so good. But Aussie, that's the thing, Aussie Ange. You're an older guy like me. That I'm telling you, that game shouldn't have happened then. It was meant to happen in March. And if we'd have played Arsenal in March that season, that last game of the season, never would have happened. Liverpool would have retained the title. Yada, yada, yada. If I won, I'm going to give the money to my mum. Oh, Louis, you absolute hero. Bob says, I'm going to get some Liverpool news from AA. Come back in 10. Thank you, Bob. Arthur says, jest. I don't know who that's to. Everton 2, Chelsea 1. Best game ever, Michelle. Which game's that? Which season are you talking about? And was it really that good a game? Natasha says, yes, you can enter me. Can you please put my name down? I have, Natasha. It's down. And we're going to do the draws soon. After the 6th topic, we're going to do one more topic and then we're going to do the prize draw. So everyone, remember, if you want to be in the prize draw for the free entry worth £30 for the fantasy football competition, let me know now because I'm going to do the draw soon. I'm going to do 3 draws, 1 today, 1 on the next show, and 1 on the 3rd show from now. Newcastle 4, Arsenal 4. Great game. Newcastle were 4-0 down. Great comeback. Man City 7, Southampton 1. Not sure that's the greatest game. Don't even remember. What year was that, Rocket? I don't remember that. Aussie Ange, Man United 6-1. Arsenal defence all over the place. Stepanovs was a shambles. Stole 11. Jesus. What year was that? Don't remember that. Middlesbrough 8, City 1. Don't remember that. Thomas says, now me and Jessica are playing FC 26 Ultimate Team. No worries, Thomas. We're going to do the draw soon, Thomas, in about 20 minutes. Igor Stepanos is up there with worst defenders in Prem history. Man's going in on those guys. Best Everton game in modern era was against Brighton to stay up. Fair enough. Natasha, the prize is as follows. Have a look. So, the top prize, Natasha, is going to be between £800 to £1,000. You have to play the Fantasy Premier League game, the official game. It's a global game with 11 million players, but I have my own private league, Natasha. So in that private league, there's going to be probably about 80 to 100 people playing. And if you finish within the top 20 positions of the Fantasy Premier League game of my mini league, Natasha, then you win a cash prize. So there you go. But obviously you have to be playing the fantasy football competition throughout the course of the season if you want a realistic chance to win. So that's what it's all about, Natasha. I hope that makes sense. Natasha, if you check the pinned comment, in the pinned comment, I've got a video on my YouTube channel which describes fantasy football, explains how to sign up, explains how to join, explains how it works. So I've got a video on my channel for anyone that wants to watch it. You can watch it and learn more about fantasy football. I'm sure most of you do know about fantasy football already. But that is the prize, up to £1,000. Subject to entrance. We shall see. But it's going to be a good cash prize. Minimum prize will be 500, probably a lot more. Right, anyway. Aston Villa 5, Nottingham Forest 5. I don't remember that one either. Duckington says you used AI. Why did you do that, sir? I used AI on what, Duckington? You tell me. What, on my pictures? AI saves a lot of time, my friend. Thomas, if I win a prize, I will give the money to my family. Fair enough, Thomas. Natasha, you don't know what fantasy football is? Jeez. Natasha, you need to watch my video. It's in the pinned comment section. It's on my channel, Natasha. Fantasy football. I can't explain it. It takes too long. Watch the video. Go to the sites and you'll see. But I would have thought you know what fantasy football is. Surely, Natasha. But okay. The big £1,000. 8-1. Well, I just copy and pasted an image in there because I was run out of time. 8-1 to Man City 8. Who's Brizza G? Don't know who that is. Rocket. Right. Next topic is coming up. Somebody introduced this the other day, but we're going to do... Actually, this is my topic. I'm going to do this one. I think this is an interesting one. So, yeah. Right, we're going to close down that one. We've done enough on greatest games. Has anyone got any more greatest games? 30 seconds for your greatest games. Please let me know before we move on to the next one. Bastoni or Schlotterbeck? Bastonia's got, well, basically some crazy issues faced his name regarding, well, minors. So we won't go there. But so Schlotterbeck for me. Plays off the left-hand side, left-footed. So he's young enough to replace Virgil van Dijk, Bob. So Bastoni, and I think Schlotterbeck's a better player anyway. So that's my thoughts, Bob. What about you? Thomas says, I would keep it for a house for me and Jessica. Bless you, Thomas. Every game Liverpool lost, says Arthur. Best Prem match. Absolute clown. Right. This guy is on my neck. Always on Liverpool's case. But Columba, great topic, my friend. Thank you for introducing that. Right, now here's one that I thought was quite interesting. I thought about it today. So let's have a look. Let's get your thoughts on this guy. Right. Right, so that is the next topic. So after this, we're going to do the draw. After this, we're going to do the draw. Right. Let's get rid of that. Move that up a bit. Right. Let me do the rest of the messages in the chat. And remember, this is your channel where everyone can have their voice heard. Leeds beating Liverpool, Ade. Haha, Steve, you clown. This guy. Right, Steve, you got me there. I'll let you off. I guess your one, Leeds, Steve. That was a great game, though, Steve. You're right. 4-3. We talked about it the other day. That was one of the greatest Premier League games. Unbelievable game. Leeds 4, Liverpool 3. Mark Viduka smashing in all those goals. Arthur says, mate, you ain't getting anywhere near a house with £1,000, says Arthur. Steve, welcome back to the channel, my friend. Have you hit the like button? Please tell me you have. Columbus says, you're correct. Same year. The 5-0 and Cantona, same. Exactly. I remember, my bro. Because obviously Newcastle... How they threw that season, how they threw that away, my man, was crazy, Columba. But yeah, Cantona scoring a goal 1-0. Schlotterbeck says Bob, but we do need him because I feel Araujo will become insanely good. Let's hope so from a Liverpool perspective. Right, prize draw coming up soon. Steve is laughing. Michelle's laughing because of Steve's comment. Every little helps, exactly. I'm just having a fight with this bloody fly. Probably, well, the fly will probably beat you, beat Everton, Michelle. Hi, Michelle, says Steve. Yo, man, what's good? Fortnite, welcome back, my bro. Are you back for the live draw? We're going to be doing the fantasy football competition soon, Fortnite. Let me know. Fortnite, my guy, how are you doing? Are you here? Back for Fortnite. Did you see on my channel that I'm posting a fantasy football competition? You can, if you do fantasy football, you can win £1,000. Let me know, Fortnite, if you are interested, and I will put you in a live draw. We're doing a live draw online in about 15 minutes. Right. Let me read out all the comments before we start the next subject. Fortnite, if you want your name down, let me know. All good, all good. I'm good, my bro. How are you, my bro? Let me know. Any chance you could do it before, as I have to pop out, so I will not know if I've won? Natasha, I will... Well, I've got to do it in a minute. Natasha, feel free. Just send me a message on any of my videos and I'll respond. I see you all the time anyway, Natasha, so I'll let you know if you've won. So don't worry. And someone in the chat will let you know. I'll message you individually, Natasha, anyway. So you will find out. Don't worry. All right, Tesco's. You good, Steve, says Michelle. We're doing the live draw in 15 minutes. Bit of chatting, a lot of people chatting to each other in the chat. That's what we like. Yay, the draw after this. Yo, what's up? You remember? Of course I remember you, bro. Of course I remember. How you doing, my man? We were chatting the other night. How are you, my brother? The Middlesbrough fan. How are you keeping, my bro? Hope you are well. You tell me. I'm actually later to see who has won. There you go, Natasha. Exactly. Steve, always add it if for a Liverpool channel, which is now becoming a Leeds channel. Steve, you joker. Abdul, my bro. How you doing, Abdul? How are you? Ade and chat. Like and subscribe. Ade is never cringe and a very serious person. Thank you, Abdul. Abdul, do you like the new background? All the shirts. And Abdul, do you play fantasy football? Let me know, my bro. If you do, we're doing a fantasy football competition. Top 20 places wins the prize. And you can win £1,000 cash, Abdul. All via my channel. Abdul, let me know if you are interested. we are going ahead with the draw very, very shortly. So let me know if you want to be in, Abdul. I need to know now if you want to be involved in the prize draw. It's free to enter if you win the prize draw. Right, I've started the timer. Let's go with the new topic. But thank you for saying that, Abdul. Fantastic football. Liverpool finished 6th and no trophies up in coming season. Abdul, you're not happy with Araujo, Abdul? I'm good. I can't. No problem. Abdul, be more positive. About to get Barcola. Abdul, we're about to get Barcola. We've got Araujo. We're getting other players, Abdul. Got to be more positive. Do you remember me still? Of course I do, my bro. Happy birthday, my bro. I've selected my team and I've registered. Abdul says, I don't play fantasy football. It's gambling and haram. Fair enough, my bro. No problem. Happy birthday, Fortnite. Are they their football shirts? Are they for? I thought it was toilet roll. You idiot. Steve is on Ade. He's always on me, this guy. He's on my neck, Leeds fan. I'll do it. How do I enter? Go to the pinned section. You can see a video. I've got it on my channel. Fortnite, go to my channel. Watch the fantasy football video and you'll understand. Araujo is a hothead, injury person and can get a red card. Abdul, be positive, man. All right, Cole Palmer is the best, says Thomas. Right, let's introduce the next topic. The next topic is Cole Palmer. Has he peaked already? What can we expect from him? A big season ahead. Now, the reason I mention this is that Cole Palmer joined Chelsea 3 seasons ago now. His first 18 months were absolutely sensational. Young Player of the Year. 20 Premier League goals in a season, you remember. He was literally proven world-class at that time. But look at him 18 months later. He's dropped off, struggling to refine his best form. Do we think we've seen the best of Cole Palmer? Is he as good as we thought? Has he been found out? Or do we expect him to be able to get back to his best? Do we think he needs another club? Cole Palmer, allegedly, is a Man United fan. Would love to go to Man United one day. Do we think he needs a new move? Do we think we haven't seen the player we thought? Or do we think there is a better player in there? Can he reach the same heights? Please let me know what your thoughts are on Cole Palmer. Please let me know. So that is the next topic. We're already 3 minutes down. I'll get on with it. Bob says, it's gambling. Yeah, defo not in. It's not gambling, mate. It's just a game. It's just a game. So it's not gambling, Bob. I don't promote gambling myself. But obviously, when there's a cash prize incentive for you to join, then yeah, it's how you look at it, I suppose. But it's up to you, my bro. No one's putting any gun to anyone's head. Michelle, you with me? Yeah, the dream team, Steve and Michelle, on my neck. I was going to say something dodgy about a threesome, but I don't think you'd appreciate that, Steve and Michelle. Or would you? Anyway, moving on. Ade works at a gambling shop. I did work in a betting shop when I was very young, to be fair. I do regret it, but life teaches you these things. Arthur says, overrated and now stinking. I can't gamble, remember. I'm only 15. It's not gambling, my friend. Fortnite. Obviously, I remember you as the Middlesbrough fan. Let us know your name again, my bro. It slipped my mind. Please let me know. What did it begin with? Let me know. Sorry, bro. Let me know. He's overrated and has peaked a lot. Sobbo clears easily. Wow. So you think Sobbo's like clears Cole Palmer? I honestly don't think so, personally. I think Cole Palmer's a top quality player. I think he can reproduce his best form. I still think he's a bit ahead of Szoboszlai, to be honest. I think Cole Palmer's an exceptional player, personally. Tommy, that was it, mate. Tommy, thank you, Tommy. Sorry, mate. I meet so many people these days. I try my best to remember. Thomas says, no, he will stay and do better this season. Arthur, not at all. It's not customers. It's just a bit of fun if people want to see it that way. Should go to City. Says Tommy. Yes, says Steve on my case. Shipping Michelle and Steve. Tommy, it's all good. Cheers, mate. Soboslai clears. I hear that offer. Cole Palmer is a talent. Footballer, had some injuries last season, but he's still a class act. And this season, he will hit the ground running. Most of us here would take him at our clubs. Exactly, Steve. I'll take him at Liverpool. 100%. He's a top quality player. He's a brilliant player. I think we should have taken him to the World Cup, personally. Soboslai is a better central midfielder overall. Maybe so, overall. But he's got absolute top class. He's got an ability that many people don't have. He's a maverick. But he's also got the physicality for modern football. There's not many players that are on Cole Palmer's skill level, the goal output, the clinical finishing. I think he's a top class player. He's had a bit of a dip, and it doesn't help that his team is struggling. But if Xabi Alonso comes in, Chelsea with no European games this season, he can do wonders this season, Cole Palmer. I think he's a top class player. He's bordering world class for me. He's just dropped off a bit. Similar to Wirtz, exactly as we're going to see on later on. Thank you. Michelle says, Steve, do you play fantasy football? Says Michelle. He's going to be in the draw. I think he wants to be in it just to beat me, Michelle. Morgan Rogers is better than Cole, says Aidan. Fair enough. Do you have FC 26? I don't play FC 26 anymore. I stopped playing at FC 21, personally, Tommy. But if I did play it, I'd beat you, because I was excellent at it. Steve says, yes, Michelle, to the fantasy football. Columba says, I think he has. You think he's peaked already. Thank you, Columba. Same as Foden, Rashford, Grealish, Saka. One common similarity, they're English. No, now I'm not hating on the English here, but it's worthy of a discussion. We have Mainu, overrated. Wow, I hear that, Columba. And that is a great point. A lot of those players did peak early. Michael Owen peaked early. Is it through overuse? I don't think so with what's it called? With Cole Palmer. But I don't know, it's a tricky one with Cole Palmer. We have to see. He definitely needs to try and come again, that is for sure. But Columba, seriously, absolutely brilliant take. You're fast becoming a big favourite of my mind, my bro. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, my bro. And everybody else, can you please make sure you have hit that like button? We are counting down towards the draw. Make sure you are involved. If you want your name down on the draw, let me know. Abdul, I know you're not interested, but what are you thinking of the Araujo deal and the other deals? And Abdul, what about the other topic? As in, Abdul, what about the Bezos takeover, potentially, or the groundwork? Abdul, let me know, my bro. Tommy says, if he can play, if can we play? Oh, right, if I played EAFC, I'll let you know. But I don't think I'm going back to EAFC anytime soon, Tommy. Steve and Michelle sitting in the tree. Falling off and getting their dirty shirts dirty. Blue and white shirts dirty. All right, Thomas says he should stay at Chelsea or should move to Liverpool or Palace. I'll take him at Liverpool, Thomas, 100%. Maybe Wirtz clears. I hear that, Bob. Arthur, me and Steve go the channel will go dark. We are the light of the channel. Michelle, you are so funny. Columbus said, that's why they fail at tournaments. Weak mentality. No, no fortitude, he says. No big grande cojones, says Columba. Hear ya. We sure are, Michelle. Steve is a joker. Man like Veiny Frobber, big Liverpool fan, is back. And he says, hit the like button. Please do, people, hit that like button. Michelle says 27 likes. We love to see it. Thank you, Michelle. That's what I think. Thank you, Thomas. I put a like. Top boy you are, Thomas. How do you join the competition when you registered? Because I have, and I've watched the video. Louis, you have to win a place via the prize draw. And if you don't win a place via the prize draw, you have to pay to enter. I'm only giving people free chances to join for free. And we're going to do the spin the wheel in 6 minutes. So we're going to see. It's going to be exciting. Right. Watch Rogers bomb. You reckon? At Chelsea. Interesting. Let's see. I think he'd do well at Chelsea, to be fair. I think they do well. Michelle is laughing. Tommy says, bye, gonna make myself a cuppa. Tommy, do you want to enter the fantasy football draw? Maybe a parent can enter for you. Let me know if you want. You've only got 5 minutes or you might miss this one. Arthur, you're mad, says Bob. Michelle Steve in the tree. Hey, how are you doing, my little cuz? How are you doing, Sirocco? Say hello. Let us know how you're doing. Have you had a lovely day, my dear? My most pretty, lovely cousin in the chat. Sirocco, how are you? Let me know. And Sirocco, hit that like button for your big cuz. Michelle says, Bob Arthur, he's lost it. Tommy says, add my name. I will do, Tommy. If you win, you'll have to get one of your parents to sign you up for the fancy football. I don't know, Arthur, did you say it was 13 and above? Maybe it is so. I'll try and find out quickly, but at the end of the day, all good. Michelle says, good luck to everyone. Michelle is also in a draw. I hope he hasn't peaked the way he was so good at top form. Exactly. And that's the thing as well. We look at things and people don't want Cole Palmer to succeed. But what if Cole Palmer really gets back to top form? That's good for England, right? It's good for the country. Sirocco says, hello, I've had a nice day. Mum has liked it already. Oh, bless her. Thank you, Sirocco. And thank you, Mama Kaylee. Sirocco, I'm going to coming down to your way sometime soon over the next couple of months to come and see you and Nanny Rona, my big cousin. Hopefully you're well. Michelle says, hello, Sirocco. That is my little cousin, Michelle. She's like my cousin once or twice removed. I lose track, but she's my little cousin. And she's adorable. She's like a model. She's so beautiful. I love her. I need to get my little picture of me and her. Sirocco, do you remember when we went to the pier that day? Went to the arcades on Brighton Pier, just me and you, got ice creams, and we took our picture. And you made me a TikTok account. And you know how many people messaged me, Sirocco, saying, who is this? Who is this? Why have you got a TikTok account? Who is this little girl in the picture? And I'm like, it's my cousin, dude. It's my cousin, dude. But Sirocco, you cause me issues. Funny. But you join in the Hecker Nation. What's that, my bro? What is that? No idea what that is, but let me know what that is, Bob. Right. Anything more on Cole Palmer? Let me know. And what is the Hecker Nation? Yes, you're in a draw, mate. Quick while we're on holiday from school. Yes, Sirocco, I'll try my best. I will come down while you're on holiday. Yes, let's do it. Michelle says, Sirocco, do you support Liverpool like your big cousin? Haha. They all, her and her family, they're all Brighton lot, Michelle. They're all a Brighton lot. Overview, you can register and play Fantasy Premier League at any age, but if you are under 13 years old, you must get permission from a parent or legal guardian to create your account. Exactly, that's why it's not gambling, it's just a bit of fun. Thomas said, good luck, everyone, hopefully me or Jessica win. Remember, Thomas, there's 3 chances to win, 1 draw today and another draw on the next show. My cousin went non-contact with her family because she was scared that we would hate her if she was lesbian, but I still text her sometimes. We would have accepted her. Oh, sorry to hear that, Duckington. That is sad news. Arthur says, love the Brighton Pier. What about the topic? What about the topic? Cole Palmer, people. Big season ahead. Get your thoughts in on Cole Palmer, please. But yeah, that was a great one from Columba. This one hasn't proved popular. Hecker Nation is a scam for likes and views. No idea, mate. Haha, I'm a little troublemaker. You definitely are. But hopefully you're behaving as you mature, Sirocco. Something to put a specific TK profile pic on your YouTube. Ah, I see. I hear that, Bob. Curries have done it. I see. My screen time. Oh, where are we going here? My screen time is up. My little bro is going on the iPad. He's 9, so you know he's going to watch you. Like, comment, and subscribe, says the Veiny Frobber. You too, my bro. Nah, Arsenal. My sister supports Liverpool. That's because her boyfriend Harley supports Liverpool. Am I right, Sirocco? Sirocco, you like Arsenal these days? Fair enough. Interesting. Didn't know that about you. Sirocco, you can take one of my Liverpool shirts, yeah? Right. When is the next show? Not sure yet. I'm going to do the PSG Aston Villa game on Wednesday. Next show might be Thursday. Hi, says Tommy's little bro. How are you? Gambling means risking money or things of value on a certain game or event. The main goal is to win more money or a bigger prize. It always depends on a mixed chance of skill or luck. I don't like Cole Palmer, says Michelle. I got him in FPL, so big him up, says Duckington. After this, Ade, yep, after this, we're doing a draw. What's this? Ask your brother, Tommy's brother. I'll have Cole Palmer. I'm annoyed he wasn't in the World Cup. Fair enough, Sirocco. Good choice. Arsenal was the best team in North London. I'll have a shirt, Ade. Maybe I'll give away one of the Liverpool shirts on the channel if there's anyone that wants one. Yeah, I can put it in the burning bin. Ooh, Sirocco. Stinging, coming out fighting, Sirocco, yeah? I'm bigger than you, remember that. I'll have you up. See that? Underneath there, right under my armpit. Hold that, Sirocco. Right, it is now the time that you've been waiting for. It's the Fantasy Premier League draw. Right, quickly, anyone. Does anyone want to be in the family? No. Does anyone want to be in the fantasy football competition draw? Let me know and I'll put your name down. So, Michelle laughing away. You're not doing the Leeds v Man United game Wednesday night at 8. I'm not, Steve, because PSG, Aston Villa in a more important, an actual game that means something, not just a friendly. It's a cup game. She's faster. She's not faster than me, you're not. No one, what your one-ply toilet paper kits? I need some toilet. Oh, look, I'm getting it. I wonder how Cole Palmer reacted to realise he wasn't in the World Cup he was doing ads for. Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? Add me, bro. Duckington, I think your name's down. Let me double check. Right, we're doing the draw now. Duckington. Is Duckington? No, your name's not down, Duckington. Let me get it in. It's been quite quiet. I thought my video out there earlier would have got a few more people, but it hasn't. But, you know, the less people, the better it is for you guys in this one. I reckon by the time we do the next stream, there'll be more people on. So this is as good a chance as any. Right. Let me just finish these, and then we're going to the next topic. But we will do the draw. Let's go for these messages. Love Triangle, Ade, Michelle, and Steve. Yeah, they both love me. Doug says, I low-key didn't like Jota. I hear that. Columbus says, great show. Came on it by accident. I wasn't sure about you. Thought it was a Liverpool loving show. Nice crowd on the chat as well. Knowledgeable. Chat later. Safe home. No worries, Columba. Do you want to be in the prize draw fantasy football, Columba, before you go? Let me know. And please do subscribe and like the stream and come back another time, Columba. It will be amazing to meet you once again. Tommy went to Flamingo Land. Any advice for food to improve overall athletic performance? Got to get on a career team, my bro. Ade, you should do a fitness channel. You reckon? Fair enough, Sirocco. Eat protein. It's going to be all right. Right. Louis, you're down. And Michelle says 30 likes. Wonderful. Right, let's stop now. No more. It's the fantasy football competition time. So, if you want your name down, this was your last chance for this draw. But I'm getting it ready. Michelle, right back at ya. Let's go. Right, brilliant, brilliant takes there. Right, I'm just getting the names. I'm getting it all ready. So you can check it out. Make sure to like and subscribe, people. We're closing off. We're closing off for today. No more names can be added for the draw now because we need to get it going. Exactly. Let's get a drum roll in the chat. Ian. Ian snuck in. Ian, I'm good, my bro. How are you, Ian? Let me know, Ian. Ian, do you play fantasy football, my man? Excuse me. Pardon me. Ian, do you play fantasy football? Welcome back, my brother, Ian Woo. Do you play fantasy football? Let me know, Ian. If you do. Oh, you do? Well, Ian, you could be in luck, my bro. Look, I do a fantasy football competition via my channel. I've got my own private league, and it's £1,000 potentially to the winner. Top 20 placements, and you have to enter my league. Now, Ian, there are 3 places up for grabs. If you want one, I'll put your name down on the list. And there's 3 places. We're doing one today, one on another show, and one on a third show. Ian, if you want to enter, it's 30 quid, or you could win a free entry. Let me know, Ian, quickly, because I'm doing a draw now. Do you want your name down? Let me know. Please let me know quickly, because I'm getting the list ready now. Ian, I've got to stop waffling. Let me know. Did he say yes? Did he say no? And Ian, make sure you smash that like button for your boy. Ian says, yes, I'll join. Bob says, I wonder who win. Brilliant. Okay, you're in, Ian. We're about to do it. Is there anyone else? I'm just going to catch up. Everyone, stop talking. Stop talking. Just drum roll. Just drums now in the chat. Only drums. I just want to see drums in the chat. Just drums. Anyone else? Ian, who's your team? Michelle, you will not like it. Ian, tell her. Ian, tell her. Tell her your team, Ian. Ian, tell her your team. Sirocco, what's that? Who said yes? What's that, Sirocco? Sirocco, did I miss your message? Let me know. Quickly, Sirocco, what was your message? Oh, for sport. Only drum rolls in the chat. The most successful team in the country. Exactly. Oi, Michelle. Hold it. Ian said yes. Oh, thanks, Sirocco. Right. Enjoy to Liverpool. All right, Bob, hold that news. Right. Here we go, people. It's the competition time to see who's basically going to win my £30 first entry. Remember, there's 3 of them to give away. Drum rolls, people. Drum rolls. Let's keep it going. Right. Here we go. Here it is. Right. I've pasted all of your names in the chat. Oh, Peter, do you want to be in it? Peter, fantasy football must be like believing Everton will win the Prem. Peter, do you want your name down, Peter? Let me know, mate. Peter, even if you don't want to do it, you can give it to someone else in the chat. Peter, quickly. I'll give you 10 seconds to confirm or deny. Peter, do you want your name down? Peter's no thanks. He could have won it and given it to somebody, but Peter's not interested. I respect it. He's a man of his word. Right. Are we ready, people? Michelle says, Peter, I've come in for you. Let's get some drums in the chat, people. I want to see more drums. We're going to hit it. Let's go. Congrats to Thomas for winning, says Arthur. My name is Yellow. You can see your name, people. Yes, drum rolls in the chat. Sirocco, where's them drums? Arthur, drums. People, drums. Peter's too old for them drums. Sirocco, my little cousin's on the drums. Could have finally won something for the first time since 95, said Ian. Ooh, shots fired. Right, here we go, people. Enough drum rolls. Here we go. One time I'm pressing it. I don't want to hear any crying. This is the one time. First competition winner today. We do another one on another day, remember? And another one on another chat show. So there's 3 opportunities, but only one tonight. Right, here we go, people. We're in. How'd you bloody start the thing? Where is it? Oh, right here. Right, ready. Click to spin. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go! Who's it going to be? Who's it going to stop on? It is Watchalongs with Jay. Watchalongs with Jay has won it. Unbelievable. We love to see it. Watch Along with Jay is the winner. Wow. Impressive stuff. He's going to be well chuffed. He's basically won himself 30 quid. So he can enter my competition for free. And he's got a chance of winning a big, fat, juicy £1,000. So anyone that is doing Fantasy Premier League this season, if you're doing it anyway, come and join my league. If you're doing it the whole season anyway, why not? You could win £1,000. You could win 500 quid for second place. You could win 400 quid for third, etc., etc. And there's 20 places up for grabs. So don't worry if you didn't win this one. We've still got another draw coming up in the next over the next week or so before the start of the Premier League season. So, all good, all good. Well done, the winner. Thank you, Sirocco. He's a really good boy. He's a big contributor to the channel as well. So he's going to be very chuffed. Well done, Jay. Right, let's move on to the... Right, let's read out some of these messages. Let's see what everyone's got to say. You absolute... Right, anyway, I love it. Go. Good luck, people. Please, Addy. We're done. Thomas, unlucky that time. You never know. Click it, says Arthur. Exciting. It was good, wasn't it? I actually thought it was very exciting. GG's chat. Happy days for Jay. GGG. Well done to Jay. Happy Jay. Jay's going to love it. I barely got 30 bands to give you, bro. Better ask your parents, mate. Well done, winner, says my little cuz. More chance of Liverpool finishing in the top 4. Ooh, Steve. Liverpool's got more chance of finishing in the top 4. No, actually, more chance of Leeds getting relegated than Liverpool not being in the top 4. Hold that. Ian, now that's the thing. I can't give it out because then, Ian, you'll appreciate it. Everybody will spam the fantasy football. But the thing is, though, Ian, it's a prize pool. So there's basically going to be, you know, all of the money collected as the fees. Because basically, Ian, I run the competition via my previous workplaces. So I've got basically, I've been doing this for 8 years. So I've got more than 50 people in my normal time, and that's brought out to YouTube. So basically, we all put our money in, and then the winners get paid back from the pool, Ian. So for you to enter, if you don't win one of my entries, it's £30 entry. So if you want to enter, let me know, and we'll sort it out. And then I'll give you the PIN code privately, because I can't have people spamming the league. Because it's not a free entry, only free entry if you win one of my places. Ian, if that makes sense. So let me know if you understood that, Ian. And I've got a fantasy football video on my channel, Ian. You obviously know how it works. It's in the pinned comments, and there you go. I'm good with creatine, not trying spending my... I hear that, Bob. What is Thursday? You're next on Thursday. I might be doing that, Thomas. There you go. And Ian, you got it now, my bro. You got it. Ian, check out the video on my stream. It's in the pinned comments. I've done a fantasy football video explaining how it's all going to work, the placements, how you can contact me, all that sort of stuff. Ian, if you're doing fantasy football this season and you want to make it a bit more fun and you want a chance of winning that £1,000 cash, then contact me, bro, via my socials. Ade, when is your next watch along? Michelle. It's on Wednesday, PSG versus Aston Villa in the UEFA Super Cup final. So that's the next watch along, Michelle. Hopefully you can join us. It was almost on Jessica. Was it? Oh, where was Jessica? Oh, it was. You're right. It was so close. Wow. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'll get it. If I don't win one, I'll pay the 30. Ian, lovely. I'll put you down then next to your name. Ian as a maybe. Let's see, Ian. Give yourself a chance. And we'll go from there. Right, I've made a note of that, Ian. I'll let you know nearer the time. Obviously, there's plenty of time to go, and there's still 2 more opportunities to win it. Man like Big Mo, enjoy in the building. How you doing, Tesco Black? How are you, my friend? Hopefully you are good. Mo, I'm doing a fantasy football competition on my channel. You just missed it. I don't know if you saw it, but it's a free prize for anyone that enters fantasy football. Mo, let us know how you're doing. Let the chat know how you're doing. We're doing the chat show today, chatting about topics that you was in last time as well. Mo, smash that like button, my friend. Right, we're moving on to the next topic. Who wants to introduce one? Mo, do you want to do one yourself? You can choose the topic yourself. Who said enjoy to Liverpool? That needs to happen. What's it called? I can't remember. I think it was Bob. I haven't taken it myself. My son has. Let me quickly ask him, actually. Yeah, you know what, Bob? I just asked my son, and he just confirmed that. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I did not know that. Oh, I hear that, says Thomas. All good, my bro. Yes, Mo. Send me the link for the FF, bro. Bro, Mo, it's not free, my bro. It's not free, sadly. It's an entry fee, but there's a £1,000 prize. But Mo, we're doing a giveaway on the channel. Whereas if you win the prize, then you get a free entry. So let me know, and I'll put your name down for the next prize draw. If you want to be in that, Mo, let me know. I'll put your name down because I know you can't be wasting your money these days. seeing as you got family to take care of, my G. But if you want your name down for the next prize draw, you can win some big bucks, Mo, on that fantasy football. Michelle, Tesco Black, who's your team? I'll let him tell you. Sirok says, I'm off. Kaylee says, send me the link for your next live when you go on. Look after yourself. Thank you, my middle cuz. She's my, yeah. Anyway, you, Kaylee, you know who you are. Anyway, cuz, see you soon, Kaylee. Love you. Catch you soon. Take care. I'll send you my next live when I'm going live, for sure. Jessica does want to do one. Fair enough, Thomas. Let's see. He's a good player. Like Mane from Wolves as well. The Mel Snell is back. Ronaldo has just joined United from Sporting Lisbon. He's an upcoming superstar. Thoughts? Will he go big or will he flop? You joker. Mel Snell, smash that like button. Don't take your time on that one. Ian was getting happy then. Wow, the new Romano. Yeah, love cuz. I've been happy most of my life for sure. I don't support the blue. But yeah, all good. Man like Tesco, hopefully you smash that like button, my bro. All good, all good. What have we got? Right. Does anyone want to pick the next topic, people? I've got some listed from before, but does anyone want to pick the next topic? Please feel free. Mo didn't want to do it. Maybe he just dropped in to say hello to his boy. But all good, all good. I don't support any journalists. I have to stay neutral. Ian, funny one, but Liverpool won't win nothing next season. We'll see, Michelle. We'll see. If you could play for Liverpool, what position would you play? Me personally, right back. That's what I played when I played football. I played right back. So that's what I do. And think about it, Vaney. Liverpool need a right back. We need a right back desperately. And I can ping one in. I had a great cross on me as well. I was a good defender as well. I could even do a job up top as well. I was pacey as well. What can I say? You don't doubt it. You don't doubt it. So thanks. Good question, Vaney. Good question. Make sure you smash that like button, Vaney. Thomas says, Jess said she wants to do one on who is the country's team in the World Cup. Explain it a bit better, Thomas. I don't understand. Remember that question last time about national team managers. Was it your question, Bob? Let us know what it is and we can do it. Oh, that was it. Was it about... you should manage. You should come from the. You should come from the country that you manage. Was it that one, Bob? Ian said, "Let's see at the end of the May." Exactly. Fighting words. No, yeah. Explain it a bit better though, Thomas, because I don't understand it. Bob, that was a good one. Fourth choice goalkeeper. What's that, Thomas? Arthur. I'll play centre-back because the pace is my strength. I hear that. Ian, I'll be here in May to laugh at you, Ade, Bob and all the other. Oi, Michelle. Oi. I play cam, but Coach Craig always put me at striker. I ghost the games. Nah, some guy. Ian, have you bought the new bus seat kit? Michelle, you'll be seeing my bus seat kit soon on the channel. Genius choice, offer big wages and zero pressure. We see things that we see things they never see. Ian dropping an Oasis on them Everton boys. Favourite Oasis song that. My favourite Oasis song is Live Forever. Amazing song. Ian, you live in Liverpool, says Michelle. Right, new topic, people. I need a new topic. Which World Cup country has the best team in the world? Which World Cup country? Yeah, Thomas, that still doesn't... You mean which team is the... I still... That doesn't make sense, Thomas. You've got to make it make sense. Right, I'm going to pick the next topic. Because we need to get the show moving. Right, here's one. I think somebody introduced this the other day. But I can't remember who. Let me know if it was you. But I thought it was a good one. All right, it's topic 7. And this will be a good one. Good one to debate. Let's get it moving, because honestly, you lot are wild. The chat always goes out of sync because you lot just flip and take over. You got to remember, who's the boss in here, people? Who's the daddy in here? It's not Michelle. It's not the mummy. Right. Let's start. Right. I'll read out some of the messages. Right. So the next topic. I can't remember who said this topic. Somebody have to let me know. I can't remember who it was. But who is the worst player? Let me obviously sort out the spin. Who is the worst player that you've seen ever play for your club? Worst player. Now I'm going to have to think about mine. Now you do yours and start getting them on the chat. So, worst player to ever play for your club? Go, people. Ian says, I'm 40 years old, Michelle. I don't buy kits. Ian, you mugging me off, bruv. Nah, but it's all good, my bro. Everyone's different. But nah, I hear you, Ian. It's all good, my G. Bob says, bus seat kit is crazy. I know, it's wild, isn't it? She had us up there. It does. It's a shocking kit. Bus seats have mud on them, but you don't notice it as it gets absorbed. That's what Jessica said. Yeah, but Thomas, I didn't understand it. So, yeah. Yeah. We do that one another time, Thomas. We do that one another time. Arthur says too easy for... Anyway, let's stick with this topic, please. Yeah, Ian, she's an Everton fan. Michelle says she's the boss in here. Steve, Thomas Brolin for Leeds. Wow. Steve, that's a great take. Now, obviously, Steve, you'll remember, this guy was crazy talented, but not very professional. Completely overweight, didn't train properly, had a poor diet, but honestly, he was amazingly talented. Didn't get the most out of it, but I remember him having some good moments for Leeds, Steve. Let us know what you think, my man. But tell us why you think Brolin. Thomas says that is Jay's topic. Oh, Jay missed it then. Fair enough. I'll have to tell him once I hear from him. Jay's gonna be so chuffed that he won the free entry. Right. Doug says we should all LARP Women's World Cup and find a player to call fit like someone we're doing. Doug, that's a good comment, bro. Innit? Women go all crazy for Jude Bellingham. Don't get me wrong. Jude Bellingham was a very handsome boy. But yeah, it's all right for the women to go all crazy over it. But if we do that over the female game, we're all perverts. But yeah, exactly, Duckington. I hear you, my bro. Ian says, no, my cousin is blue. He's named after Kenny Dalglish. Wow. Oh, wow, Ian. Top shout, mate. Sean Dundee, mate, he was shocking. Do you know something? I was going to say, Ian, obviously, you had Andre Voronin. He was awful. But I know, Dundee. I was trying to think back. Honestly, Ian, I don't think I can beat that, mate. That is top Liverpool knowledge. Sean Dundee. Ian. Somebody must have been on a backhander with that job. Getting him over the... Honestly, Ian. That is legendary there. I was trying to think, trying to be clever. You know what I mean? Because even people like Igor Biscan and Jimmy Traore, do you know what I mean? These guys won a Champions League. But Sean Dundee was absolutely diabolical, mate. But Andre Voronin, that's who I was going to go with, mate. But Ian, you will remember that one. Probably a close second to Sean Dundee. But obviously every club's had some stinkers. Oh my days, Bob. Yeah, great shout. What was that all about? But at least we didn't buy him. We actually bought Sean Dundee. But the thing is, Bob, that'll be before your time. Arthur says, Ade and Michelle, what's that? Oh, smooching. Well, you know, Michelle, she's got good taste, is what it is. Arthur says, Ashley Cole. Oh, come on. One of your best ever left backs. Kevin Wimmer. Remind me, what position was he? Was he a striker? Or am I thinking about the Tottenham player? Victor, what Gokares, Louis? Nah, come on, he's not that bad. But fair enough, Louis. It's all about what we've seen. My granddad for League Town, 40 appearances, 2 goals as a centre mid. Did he really, Duckton? What was his name? Bob says, my whole FYP is LARPers, LARPing football. Yikes. What is LARPer? I don't even know that term. Steve says, we got Brolin after a good World Cup. Or was it the Euros, Steve, instead? Not the World Cup. Was it the Euros you got him? But anyway, it's around that time, wasn't it? Obviously, early to mid-90s. We got Brolin after World Cup. He came overweight and was absolutely shizzle. Couldn't hit the barn door with a banjo. I hear that. Mark Cucurella. No way, Tom. He's brilliant at Chelsea. Really good. Eric Meyer is another one. But honestly, Eric Meyer... Andre Voronin or Eric Meyer. Because Meyer and Dundee, wasn't it, Ian, at the same time, I remember. But yeah, them and... imagine that. Ian, Eric Meyer, Sean Dundee and Andre Voronin. Wow. What a trio. That is like the reverse Musketeers, Ian. Absolutely shambolic. Yeah, I hear you, Steve. Couldn't hit a barn door. Adrian also. He was annoying, but he did win us a Super Cup. He had some moments, but he was very annoying, though, Bob. I'll make you right. My granddad in 78-79 for League Town. Fair enough. Remember Istvan Kazan. Lee Jones. I don't, Ian. I don't remember Istvan Kazan. Lee Jones. I don't remember, bro. I probably would if I, saw the face and whatnot, or saw the seasons they were in. Istvan Kazan. I don't remember that, bro. Nah, definitely not. Kevin Wimmer is a centre-back. Fair enough. Thanks, Duckington. Can I pause and ask all of you to smash that like button? Michelle, give me an update on the likes, please. You are the like scout. Let me know, Michelle, what we're on. All right, back to people who ever follow trends. I hear that. Right, who else have we got? This is a really good topic, so well done, Jay. It's because Duckerton is 10. He moved to rugby in 1981 after doing golf in 1980. Fair enough. Eric Dyer. But he didn't play for your club, though, did he, Thomas? Eric Dyer didn't play for Chelsea. Per Coldrup. Lee Wai Feng. Oh, my days. I remember Lee Wai Feng. He's awful, Michelle. Great stuff. Alex Nyarko. Man, he was trash. But I don't remember Per Krodrup. Obviously, a Danish player, Michelle. I don't remember him. The other two, I remember. Yeah, Alex Nyarko was naff. I think Lee Wei Fang was better than Alex Nyarko, though. Give me that one, Michelle. But, Tom, it's got to be for your club. What is the Super Cup? Lou, are you serious? So the Super Cup is the winners of the Europa League, Aston Villa, versus the winners of the Champions League, not Arsenal, aka PSG. So it's whoever wins those plays for the Super Cup, Louis. Oh, it's Van Cosma. Yeah, I remember the name. Struggling to remember the player though. Was he a striker, Ian? It was a forward. Might have been a winger. Ian, love your cuz. Frimpong, says Bob. He's an actual wrong one, Michelle. Jokes. How many more topics after this one? Two. Two, Thomas. Arthur, get that off the screen. Our worst current player is Ben Gibson. Ben Gibson, is he the former Manchester City centre-back? The one who just came from Burnley or didn't get a game for somebody or something? Michael Essien, says Thomas. Yeah, he was poor at Chelsea. Great player, but not for Chelsea. Well, no, he was good at Chelsea before the injury, Thomas. Fabio Carvalho. Yeah, he was poor. If Frimpong is your worst player, you're so lucky, says Duckington. Hit the like buttons, people. Duckter reminded me of the American. Centre mid, right mid he was. Fair enough. Yeah, I thought he was a winger. I thought he was an attacker or something. But yeah. Yeah, good shout, man. Good shouts. Michelle is laughing at Ian. The Super Cup, yep. Is Community Shield, a.k.a. friendly. Nah, it's more than a friendly. But yeah, it's kind of like the Community Shield in its way, yeah. But obviously it's for a recognised trophy. Chiesa, hot take. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. But has he been given the opportunity? I don't think he's been given the opportunity. He's clearly a good player. Nicolas Pepe. Nicolas Pepe actually wasn't as bad for Arsenal as people made out. Oh, my days. That is the one. That is the one, Thomas. 100%. That is the one. He's awful. Absolute trash. He is a huge shell of his former self. Exactly, Bob. But to be honest, Bob, if he wasn't that shell, we wouldn't have picked him up for 10 million. Because he was 26 at the time. Going into, he should have been in his prime years. Those two injuries, they're done for him, Bob. Sadly. Hazard for Real Madrid. Yeah, but come on. It's your club, people. Your club. But yeah, great shout though, Bob. Great shout. True. Favourite player to watch all time. Can't have played for your own team. Right, we won't do that one. We might do that as the 9th topic. So stick around, Ian. We might do that 9th topic. So keep that one there for now. Kepa, says Louis. He joined Burnley, then Norwich, then Stoke. I hear that. Yeah, shocker. Razor Ruddock. Julian. Oh, yeah. Julian Dix. Peter. Yeah, 100%. He was awful. Great for West Ham, but awful at Liverpool. Julian Dix. Well done, Peter. Really good. Really, really good. Next stream, says Bob. Wednesday, mate. The Super Cup final. PSG taking on Aston Villa. It will be advertised on the channel tomorrow morning. You'll see the shorts for it, the preview, and then obviously the notification as long as you're subscribed. Darwin, defo not up there. Yeah, not the worst. It wasn't a good signing, Darwin, but not the worst, Bob, as you know. He was, but not the worst, Ian. Do you know what I mean? He's not in the category that we've already covered. Exactly. He had his moments, says Bob. Louis says, Kepa is the worst goalie in mankind. If I see him play another game in Arsenal shirt, I will puke. Jess is going to Fort Bart tomorrow with LYG33, who's League 33. But hopefully she has a nice time. Tell her to get some photos. Right, any more worst players for your club? Oh no, I never thought that. Bob, that's hoping. He was never going to do that. But I thought it'd be better. I thought Klopp, put it this way, Bob, if Klopp couldn't unlock him, then Arne Slot had no chance. But I'll tell you what, this green t-shirt doesn't really help the background, does it? But yeah, I hear that. He was quality at Benfica, but but the thing is though, Bob, he had one good season at Benfica, and the other two were very average. So the warning signs were there. How about everyone else? Actually, we might as well move on to other clubs then. Let's move on to other clubs. Yeah, that was a great one though. Who was it? Was that from you, Arthur? About Hazard at Real Madrid. Who was that? That was awful. Hey, I missed that chat. Sorry. Is someone forcing you to support Liverpool? Damn. JT Sue in the chat. JT, who do you support, my bro? Sorry, I missed your message. Let me know. Duckington, I missed that message as well. Ben Gibson never actually played for Man City, but he was heavily linked with a transfer to the club in 2017 during his time at Middlesbrough. I hear that. Sorry, I missed your comment, mate, but I got there in the end. JT Sue, are you there? Is someone forced you to support Liverpool? No, mate. Let us know who you are and who you support, my bro. Welcome to the channel. I'm on call with a friend and they said Adam Johnson, but we don't talk about him. London Youth Games. Oh, okay. Good stuff, Thomas. Who was a Japan player that played for Arsenal? It was like 2014 or something. Yeah, it was like Rio Itoshi or something like that. Rio something. It's something like that. Maybe Arthur will know. Gibson has had he really has an awful career. Igor Thiago, Michelle. What? From Brentford? I mean, I don't rate him as a player, but yeah. He's been great for Brentford. Griezmann at Barca. Bob, he wasn't even that bad. I think he just came at the wrong time, but he wasn't that bad at Barca. He just wasn't the player he should have been. But it's a bit hard. When you're playing with Messi, overshadows you. It just didn't really work. But Griezmann, one of my favourite ever players. Absolutely top class. Jessica said, yep, London Youth Games. Ade's lying. We're trying to help him. What's that offer? Robbie Keane at Liverpool. I think we sold him a bit too soon. Benitez I don't know what happened there. No, it wasn't Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu was more recent. It was somebody else. It was really pacey winger. It's like Rio... Arthur, some Japanese player. Rio, it was something... I remember on FIFA because he had like 92 pace. But he was a forward. He was like a winger. Rio Itoshi or Itatoshi or something. But yeah, it was an Arsenal winger. That's the one Louis talking about. Yeah, I know. I got it, Thomas. He had 38 GA, so kind of underrated. Who's that? Darwin. He was mine too, says Bob. Ian, do you go to the games, says Michelle. Yeah, that is a naff career. Duckington, for sure. Right, that's an awful career. What a waste. And people thought he might break clear in and be something. Griezmann in his last season? Yeah, but, he's getting on a bit by then. I'll tell you what. Let's go with that one. Ian, this was your topic, wasn't it? Let's do it. We're going to go with Ian's topic. And then I'll close it out with my topic. And then that'll be the end of the show. So let's go with this one for the topic. This is topic 8. I think this was your one you just mentioned, Ian. Do forgive me. I'm pretty sure it was yours. Ian, please confirm. Was this your topic? Please let me know. Right, message in the chat. So I'll introduce a new topic and then I'll catch up with the messages. So, topic 8. So we've got one more to go after this. Your favourite player to watch of all time. Can't have played for your own team though. Really, really good topic. I think that was from you, Ian. Let's have a look. I don't do rides, Thomas. Griezmann last season. Griezmann 15. I don't, Thomas. No, I don't. That's the answer to Michelle. Michelle is funny. Fair enough, Duckington. Yeah, Ian, it was yours. Great topic, mate. Right, everyone answer. The answer he dropped on his head when he was a kid. Now he can't think straight. Oh, Michelle, behave. Because I was born into it, Michelle. Exactly, Ian. Just like me. Bellingham, says Louis. So your favourite player that you like to watch but hasn't played for your own team, Louis. Great stuff. Bob says, I loved watching Griezmann, Dybala and Messi. Do you know what? Griezmann is one of mine. I wouldn't say he's my favourite to watch. But Bob says, when I was young. Easy P, says Peter. Matthew Letitia. Great stuff, Peter. Really good take. Letitia in the 90s. What a player. Ade designed a ride just for his wife. Yeah, the ghost house. Get her on it. Leave her in there. My ex. Right, anyway. Top 10 respect moments. Duckton, I'll write that down. We'll do that on another moment. Not sure how that one plays out. But we shall see. We've done some really good topics today. Most of them done by the chat. Wow, Bergkamp. Great choice. Ian, really good choice. Bergkamp, that's one of mine as well. One of my favourites to watch. I mean, for me, it's a little bit route one, a bit obvious. But it's Lionel Messi. He's the best player to watch. If it wasn't him, it'd probably be Ronaldinho. But Messi, just on the fact of he's at the sharp end of the game, dominates games, affects games, scores goals, flies past people, does the unexpected, leaves whole teams on their backs. For me, it's Lionel Messi all the way. I mean, it's not even in doubt. No one is even close. He's definitely my favourite player to watch of all time, and he's never played for Liverpool. So an easy one for me, Ade, the veteran arcade soldier. Thomas says Ronaldo and Messi. Fair enough. R9 would probably be my next one after that. R9. Louis says Thierry Henry. Did you watch him play live though, Louis? Not sure about that. Michelle says mine would be Thierry Henry. Great shout, Michelle. But fair enough, Louis. Great shout. Ian says, yes, loved watching Kante break attacks up. Ian, loving those, living the hard parts of the game. I used to love Stevie G as well, obviously. Letitia is a spanner now. He thinks government control the weather. And there's me, your boy, Ade, the veteran arcade soldier, saying Lionel Messi. How about some other players that didn't play for your team, people? Let us know. Any others? Please let me know. Amazing. 32 likes on the stream. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Making the channel go from strength to strength. Awesome. Right, let's get back to some of these messages. Ian Moose says, hate me, but love the way Beckham will whip a crossing. Ian appreciating the certain aspects of the game. Ian, a real lover of the game itself. I really hear it though. I hear it, honestly. You know what I mean? That's the thing, Ian. I know your point. Imagine when Man United stepped up to Anfield, and obviously Beckham had a free kick 20 yards out. You were bricking it. You knew it. I used to feel like David Beckham 20 to 25 yards out. It was like a penalty. Ridiculous. Thomas says, my favourite three players are Ronaldo, Messi and Beckham. Prime Duck on the arcade football game. Cesc Fabregas, it counts because he played for Barcelona before Arsenal, I think. No, Louis. It's got to be a player that never played for your team. And he did play for your team. Remember when Messi and Liverpool were linked for a loan? I don't remember that. I would have remembered that. Mika Richards when he dived versus Stoke. Don't remember that one. What other players have I enjoyed? I think Bergkamp's up there as well. You got to love a bit of team. I like Nicholas Anelka. But he played for Liverpool, so I can't pick him. Who else? I loved Aguero. Love watching, especially younger Aguero. I love watching Griezmann as well. Oh my days, Zinedine Zidane. Got to be Zidane. He's up there as well. But Messi R9. Messi, R9 and Zidane. Yep. Got to be those three for me. James Rodriguez at the World Cup. De Bruyne was unbelievable, said Ian. He was great to watch, yep. Brilliant player. Another one at City is really good. Underrated. Even though he's rated, but a little bit underrated, was Louis. Definitely not Jamie Carragher. Good player, but nah. Riyad Mahrez. Great to watch. Especially in his Leicester days. Wow, what a baller. Hatem Ben Arfa, if you know this player. What a player he was for Newcastle and PSG. Wow. JJ Okocha for Bolton and PSG. What a player. Yep, exactly. I'm a Liverpool fan and no way Carragher. Yeah, great player, great defender, but not great to watch. Some ballers. James Ward-Prowse, yeah? Not for me. You got to really go for the elite players of the game. Paul Gascoigne in his prime. What a player he was. Michel like Paul Scholes. I mean, a great player. Didn't really love watching him, to be fair, but a great player. Neymar. Love watching Neymar. Oh, do you know what? Oh, no, he played for... thinking of Liverpool. The main man himself. Sadio Mane. But obviously he played for Liverpool. Sadio Mane. But I can't choose him because he played for Liverpool. But what a player. I love watching Mane. Bob, take care, my brother. Look after yourself, mate. Hopefully smash that like button on the way at Bob. Next watch along is Wednesday, mate. Hopefully you can join us for PSG versus Aston Villa, Bob. Have a good night, mate. Keep up all the fitness work and look after yourself, my brother. Maldini, class player to watch, 100%. And similar to him, like in the Premier League, Ashley Cole was a great player to watch in that sense. Because they had the art of defending down to a T, but Maldini was different sauce. Absolutely different sauce. Love the takes. What time Wednesday, says Ian? I'm pretty sure. Cheerio, Bob, says Peter. I'm pretty sure. I haven't fixed the time yet, but let me have a quick look and I'll tell you, Ian. Oh, right. Yeah, got it, Ian, already. Yeah, so kickoff for the match is 8. So I'll be going live at 7. I'm sure plenty of the Villa boys will come in. And that's going to be a great, great game. So, yeah, Aston Villa versus PSG Wednesday. But look out for your notifications. You'll probably see it on your timeline. Yep, cheerio, Bob. We'll tune in for Wednesday. Lovely, Bob. Hope to see you soon, my bro. Take care of yourself in the meantime. I won the race but almost lost to FCB. Luckily, my mother gave birth to twins. Hey, Duckton, imagine the mad things, right? Is that you got there first. Now, obviously, you know, back in the earlier part, the inception, just that stage, could have just been you on your own, mate. Could have just been you getting to that egg. Wowzers. But yeah. Thomas says, Jessica said her 3 favourite players to watch are Ronaldo, Pele, Zidane. That Jessica's favourite players to watch. Fair enough. Good choices. We split it. Exactly. Why no one's saying Rooney? Because he just wasn't. It would have been good if Colombo had stuck around. It'd be good to hear his one. Favourite 3 Man U players, maybe. Ian, I've got football at 7, so I'll try and get on. Good man, Ian. Glad to hear you're still playing football, mate. Good stuff. What are you doing? Still playing 5-a-side, or is it 11? Glad to hear you're keeping up the game. Louis is Jamie Vardy. Fair enough. Ian, you play football? Says Michelle. Rooney's a 5-a-side. Oh, mate, she's mugging it off, Ian. Absolutely mugging it off. What a cheeky woman she is. She's a nightmare. Scandalous. Rooney's what I call a womanizer. Yeah, of grannies. No, joke. Sorry, Wayne, if you're ever out there listening. 5-a-side, Michelle. She's a funny one. She got you there, innit, Ian? She got you there. I'll tell you what we're doing, because obviously the shows, they're going in quite long. We're going to wrap up at 8. Maybe we're going to have to bring it down to 8 because there's a bit too much chat. So yeah, we'll probably stick to 8 topics from now on. The show's already nearly been 3 hours. So we'll finish off this one. Thomas says Rooney's brilliant. Oh, he's a fantastic player. Michelle, can you even stand up, says Ian. One too many lemon spritzers, he's saying. Or she's just unfit. Is that what you're saying? John Terry versus Stoke, though. Michelle said, I need to go sleep soon. I've got a long drive to Glasgow tomorrow. Yep, Michelle, we will wrap it up after this one in a few minutes. So we'll let it play out, because some people might watch this back as a little watch along. So they're letting them finish the topics. Anybody got some other favourite players of theirs? The rest of us are still here. I'm getting a cat tomorrow. Are you? Good man. Hopefully you enjoy. Hey, listen, Duckington, when you get that cat tomorrow, don't do a Kurt Zuma on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't give it a big Kurt Zuma treatment. I'm scared he will hate me. Nah, he'll love you, man. He will love you. Just don't Kurt Zuma the cat if he don't like you. If it hisses at you, don't Kurt it up. Ian, take it easy, my brother. Look after yourself. Great to see you again, my bro. Great stuff. If you haven't hit that like button, smash it on your way out, please, bro. But hopefully you did. Right, I'll tell you what. Let's call it there. Michelle, you've got a long evening ahead, and it's getting quiet now because it is getting late. We've already been going for nearly 2 hours 50. It is a long old time. The show's really technically meant to only be about 2 hours, but it's been good fun. Kurt Zuma did it for the views on his IG. He's a prat if he did. Ian, take care, my bro. Doctor, you like that one? Michelle says, Ian, take care. So it's just us few left. And Peter as well, if you're there. Peter, hope you've had a great time in the chat. He says, laters, Ian. Peter, lovely seeing you again, my bro. Always an absolute pleasure. Yeah, Thomas, it's going to be the last topic because it's getting late. And it's gone on a bit longer. The prize draw took up a lot of time. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was good fun. And yeah, we'll do another live stream watch along on Wednesday, which is a PSG versus Aston Villa UEFA Super Cup final. It's going to be a great one. So I'm going to call it here, people. We've gone through all of these great topics. We've had the live spin the wheel, and Jay, watch alongs with Jay from Swansea, has won £30 worth of entry for the fantasy football competition. So I'm going to message Jay now. I'm sure he's going to be a very happy boy. Is this your last topic? Yes, it is. Jessica went to bed. Fair enough. It's getting late after all. What is, Ade, what is that around your neck? This one here. I've got my gold chain. And I've got my, it's kind of like a tribal kind of necklace with a sharpened tooth. I've had that for, oh my days, so long, 20 years. Love it. Get really upset if, oh, I nearly lost it and I was bloody upset. But I have not lost it. Can we just do the spin on Thursday? I mean, just the spin or the show? We will see, Thomas. We will do it on the show. But we will see. Michelle says, good night, guys. I see you Wednesday. Love, Michelle. Take care, my dear. Look after yourself. Right. On that note of the last few, Thomas, I'll bid you good night. Peter, good night, my bro. And Duckington, good night. Thank you for everyone that joined me. Absolutely incredible. What the hell is that? Not even going to read it. Michelle, what's that? Ade, she says. Peter says, good night, peeps. Peter, take care, my brother. Look after yourself. And I'll see you soon, my bro. Look after yourself. Duckerton, you take care. My best to you and FCB and the family. Right. So on that note, we've gone through 8 topics. We've gone through the Jeff Bezos potential takeover or part takeover. Doug says, I'm pulling all night as I'm recovering from surgery and I have nothing better to do. Fair enough. Thomas said, instead of the topics. We shall see, Thomas. We shall see. But on that note, Thomas, I hope Jessica has a good day at the theme park tomorrow. Feel better soon, says Michelle. And on that note, I'll let the comments play out. But on that note, I'll do my outro. This has been your boy Ade, the veteran arcade soldier. If anybody watches back this chat show as a vlog, then please do drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting timestamps into the video so you can go through the topics and listen to the questions, the polls, the answers, the fun and the games. We also did the live competition draw, which saw one of the subscribers, Jay, win £30 worth of free entry to my fantasy football competition, which is on the screen now. It's your opportunity to win £1,000. Anyone can enter. There's a £30 entry. So that is that. We're going to be doing another 2 draws for the game over the next couple of days. Next couple of shows. So on that note, I will see you on, Wednesday when I do my next watch along, which is PSG versus Aston Villa in the UEFA Super Cup final. It's going to be an absolute classic. I'll be going live at 7 p.m. So on that note, I will see you all later. Take care, good night, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you soon in a few days. Take care. You too, Thomas. Look after yourself. See you later, Duckington. Take care. Take care. Good night, everyone. Thank you for enjoying the show and joining me for the show. Just a bit tired at the end there, getting my words all messed up. On that note, take care, everyone. See you soon.